The magnet point. And so it was a tough game. But at the end of it, I think everybody is satisfied with the 1.1 that is there. they made some couple of countries that they shouldn't have done it. But that is still there. You make mistakes and you capitalize on that and punish it. And on the other side, also make a mistake, you capitalize and punish them. Now, it is a dividend battle, very hard fought battle, and we stated the point. Normally, it's not like that. But I think gradually they are getting to understand it and they can. You can't use it some of the young across the field, head coach, leave your money, or not, after that, and the goalless draw against the team United. I'm going to say, I think that there were 2 years of challenges. They started so well, and then we took over. The first half we controlled, greater part of the first half. We opened up the spaces, we controlled the tempo, and then we had the big spaces to play. But yesterday we still needed a clinical move in terms of opening and taking the chances and then making the goals. But I think that it's so good to still keep a very... And some of the Germany and also a bit too dry. Now, young German meet Accra, now young sorry, so even the English, finally.
So at West Ham United, a bomber coming noir, Omen to me anti Sanson at Chelsea the Blues, and so at Stamford Bridge, at Liverpool, a bomber coming noir, Omutumi Etimu Bako na Yako, Spanish La Liga no Munsu dia, and also resource a course no say any city Athletic Bilbao, at Mayoka, a bomber coming noir, Omen to me anti Sanso and a Real Madrid, at Villarreal, a bomber coming san, Omonso Omen to me anti Sanso, and a 4-in-1 for no Sevilla. FC Barcelona ebo 4 ema Barcelona etimu bako entino Sao Pepe ene koso ewo La Liga no Celta Vigo ene Atletico Madrid enso ebo 1-1 draw enso ewo Sanso ena the Bundesliga no no entran Frankfurt etina fie ma Bayern Munich ebo mekamensa omonso no omentumi at Sao Pepe ene koso ewo yagude man nsema na no pay ye de Ebrum Power 97.9 FM na TV XYZ. So now let me producers Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch Kojo Fosu Fandi and Ababa Didin at the Mabel I look Badek Mia and pay me a good year and some very brum ding Eddie Ebo Taylor you try home ya ba Dwaboase et was their mind.
If I shop, I'm sure you'll bag.
Brad, and not so good.
What time about Michelle see about Queen Wayne and say?
Brad, said your time about Misha, as your Jimmy fearful, and not your back ever so.
Really, don't this offending now.
Brad, and because me the time about Misha one dance ya, we are singing now ever Timinka. It is some malaria, where drawn time about Misha.
And you know, dear, no more to want to meet any deal. What drawn the time about Misha? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. The woman for down for any aquada when you fear to me, and some of the time about Mr. Draybino. She's a walk hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3D malaria be answer.
I also time me TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be an ziba a woman. Ever slap. Ubenya be at all, over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do a name. FDA Aji a dreading cratway at all.
Bravo, a year, Jumada. ɛboa ɛyam aduane ɛboa ɛyi nsa firi nipadua mu na ɛboa wo nipadua ma ɛtena ho yie nanso wonim sɛ nneɛma a yɛdi na yɛnom timi ma brɛboɔ yɛ adwumaden sen pɔtee
mehu da me brɛboɔ yɛ adwuma paa ebia sɛ me ntumi yɛ bibi boa me brɛboɔ
Ani and nointing what the left feet from the Moses Clinic near Herbal Center about herbal food supplement. What sits in pa the barber ama a year jumayi.
Now, any juma.
Fatopa yenum, and opani and numre. Na a boama berbo ye jumayi. Send a beya, a bit me and yam a jania woody, a sissy ni pijanimo, a yimu can see.
And no, I'm a brabo here.
Ubenya Live Kit or pharmacy, herbal shops, ne supermarkets are a bell. So what do those way to up? Fresh 0244 06 8447. Live Kit, wow bravo, wow nipedia. Edro ye enye ma apemfo, e ma ema omomanofo, ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumien. FDA age dwedie nkrato yi atum.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Oh, Miss Entry, also ya rea titi be benfiepi, now so Niamun yonoda, semicho no hudra mata mi unoshia, ebe ya
Mini ni se, what also time for Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture, Yanumbom kutia also nubia mano anum, and can what on da also drodi, and one Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture, and come ninchemu. Also ye kura, a toya funo any and sunumu, etuma we yefunu ekikawa, wodre ho a enyi, wasa etumi ema we ye cheko, ebra we didi ewie. So how aye also there, compare Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture, nanum bom, now ho ebeto.
Pedudu etua, ko okanshi drug lane, Kumasi Dani Herbal, Takradi AA Mensa, Anafre 020-3822-855. Appear about Tanya Wama on more friend for any more fra when you fear do me no enka. Hexa capsules and in a mixture.
Also time for FDA Aji Edwedi and Kratui Atom.
32 minutes after 7 and pay yada asada kase ma ebotela ni team say one more ede good munsem ede ebre live on Power 97.9 FM live on TVXYZ Jumedie ede Dwaboase Jumedie so me dey Piesie Okrah boys prefer chief tankers honorable without constituency and pay me ma chimbium asama wakwa ba fe na wo join ya Jumedie we free sabre yakopem say bebo nondu na yɛtena se sɛ ya na ɔman no mu nsɛm a ehia na edi sɛ yɛka na ɛboa na afei ɔman yi betumi afa ne ntoma pɛfra no ɛno nti ɛna yɛ ayɛ sɔre anɔpa bia na yɛbɛtena from Monday to Friday na yɛba bɛka saa nsɛm no ɛno nti ɛna mo hu yɛn ɛwɔ wo TV so wo tie yɛn ɛwɔ Power 97.9 kasa fidie so na no Friday mampanyin John Dramani Mahama and civil society organizations for bebree hyiaeɛ. Nay, then it was about galamsey. Illegal mining. Kwaya ya befa so. Na ya tumie tu ase. Anase ye betumi ama no abrase. Na ye nsuo ho atoyen. Na ye kwaya no nso ho atoyen. Se kwaya no bededin na ama ye mframapa. Na ye nsuo no nso eja eni atumi atekakra e de ama yen. Because our Ghana Water Company Limited GWCL womo nsuo ya etini ya brem ayensu tano bia ankobra pra ofin den biom ehire nsuo ahodo ewo kroma ni nyina mu asai. And when we talk about galamsey, people don't get it. I know the government is doing something. Honestly, minim say aban no eye bibi aban yi ba ye wode niema ahodo de ato akwan mu but still na no amanfo aso den ento mugusu ya galamsey no, and that is the problem that we are facing. And if you think that galamsey won't or doesn't affect you no there obuo it is affecting you in many ways. Say oko kroma na wakoto kontomre, right? Oda okoye agushi ana kan say palava sauce. So oko joma otomankeni. Oni bebe mankeni free ba. Oko joma okoto ebro. Na de aba be ye mole. Oko joma okoto banche ene bode. Oni bebe abode ni free ba. Tomatoes no woni bebe e free ba. Meko no woni bebe e free ba. Most of sanuani ni nyina no, most of them e free sankrom keto ahodo agalamsi adokro mo no. E ho na free ba. Because brem yetumi ekwa na fe ya blocking nsuo no na ya divert no. Enti nsuo to na yiri na afa o mafuo no. Enti sa mercury ni hwan lead ni arsenic ni hwan no nyina enam nsuo no na akwa kogu nti nsuo ni flade a banche na agene de wagene mercury bode no so agene de kontomre no so agene de eti wo free se galamsey ni mfa ho a my sister my brother wo boa wo de amopa randomly wo de kojom komala ata market na so osujo na wo de fa nyado na meko na wo de fa collab ne kohwe wo de pick be random keke. It will amaze you. We yembe show wo de pick bunch pick bibia na fa collab ne kohwe. Galamsey ni de problem o. Etiment na kra entrance wom entena kaswa emma meka se mfa ho se kaswa fo osu se wo mu nsuo ma omo mti makati wo mu su weja fo osu se nsuo ma ofri se dentia Ghana Water Company Limited for nsuo na eba wo no mafidie no na wo mu ehohoro so eyiyi mu ma nsuo na ne ye kroje no mo se nsuo no aya teche eti omo boka enu ti na agona konya akọ one treatment plant no one matum no nsuo na eba na ya afro muddy water na eba turbidity levels no kosoro So where any and you stay at a friend and say a Gomoa Potten or to say Mede Galamsey in family. And this a wunshu man. Tama Galamsey no crying yet, Ghana Water Company Limited. Now a munju no bahe. Ne na Galamsey no. A pigano ho. A problem. It's men Casem found ho. Yen I am boa. Na yen ka ho asem. Na yen fa. Ma yentie Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi Boa na no nsema e course so omodi new measures aba omodi boa amagalamsey na konkan but ma mindi kan ma Dr. Jerry Joe Harrison akwaba wono na secretary de ma University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG Legon one secretary ho doc
good morning.
Morning no doc na se bi aboko there
you know about party to my president right
hey say when I president. Hey, congrats. Okay. Okay. I mean, you besia why? You besia na fe na mashira why? Okay, Mate. Dog we de adawroma jinaso kakrama me na yentie Lands Minister na no by sene enkomobo no esi course no abanse what the new measures biaba ma yentie ni briefly. Na yensa embra Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi Boa, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Mayintino.
Of President Mahama, you are going to do everything possible to bring this problem under control. So we began the 5 pillars, 5-pronged approach to talk about where we are, the crisis we face. We began with stakeholder education and engagement. Because ultimately this fight will not be won by guns. It will be won by the heart and soul of every Ghanaian. We began collaboration and education and engagement with the powerful, the connected, the most powerful people. We started with Parliament, we went to Chiefs, House of Chiefs, we've been everywhere. Educating them to use their voices and their positions to help in addressing the crisis we face. Key stakeholders engagement across the country. A long list of everybody that matters in Ghana has been engaged in this short period of time. The second is what I talked about. We must completely, overhaul our regulatory regime. And we began by revoking those licenses that were given within that transitional period. And then embark on an aggressive process to review the large scale, small scale. We just finished earlier the small scale mining review. You will be shocked. Processes that should be followed were not followed. It was obvious that you have to be politically connected to get a license. It was very, very clear that if you do not have a political godfather, it will take you years to get a license. It was clear that the MCAS system that should allow everybody in the comfort of his room to see what is going on in the Minerals Commission was not happening. We initially came out with 907 licenses that had problems. But we didn't want to simply revoke the licenses. We gave opportunity to the small-scale miners to come in and show what they have. We've done the complete due diligence, and let me thank the chairman of the review, my able deputy minister, for this effort. I can tell you that the review is almost closed. At least, I'm sure, by next week when we announce it, at least 250 licenses will be revoked. I'm very sure about that one. It is very clear that we need to also review and amend the main Mining Act, Act 703. A lot of provisions there must be tweaked and strengthened. And why is it that those in Accra can just decide, because you are my friend, just get a license? You don't even know Elembele. You can just walk in there, wave your licenses at the chiefs and the local people and tell them that I am coming to take the gold underground, your cocoa, and you have no power. This review includes reforming it and creating empowering our chiefs and communities in the district areas where the gold is. We are going to form district mining committees to make sure that the recommendation for licenses will first and foremost come from the district, the owners of the resource. We are also going to create avenues for not only medium scale, but small scale, but medium scale. What has happened? Small scale mining is 25 acres. So I go through all this hustle and I get 25 acres. When I finish mining it, I have to go through this lengthy, crazy program. Now I won't go to Accra again. All I have to do is just continue the illegality. How do we create the opportunity for those who have done the right thing to be given medium scale and large scale? As the president has announced, we have been, as Ghanaians, at the back of the bus. We've been in the middle in the mining industry for over 100 years. We think that Ghanaians have reached the point where they can have the commanding heights of the mining sector, as Nkrumah will describe. And when you see the president making the case that when we give you a 30-year mining lease, it is not automatic, that is going to just be given, and that we are going to now move in that direction to empower Ghanaians. This is what the president meant. And so we are doing a lot. I'm very happy to tell you that within this 9 months, we've visited every region, we've met every House of Chiefs, we've met the National House of Chiefs. We are almost 90% complete with the reform of the law and the policy, and I believe next year all these amendments will be in place. This is how much we have been working. On regulations, as I've described, we have audited, and I think I've made all these points already. The other important aspect of this fight is, as we are doing the regulations, we need to strengthen enforcement, because it's very clear that it was free for all. Everybody was digging everywhere that there was no tomorrow. And so those recalcitrant people must be dealt with. And so at this point, where it became a free-for-all, everybody was forming a task force. Thanks to the coordination and cooperation.
We Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, wono Lands and Natural Resources Minister, wono ena yensase wo oman mu ha. Eni oboade ne pa wode asirayen no, wono ena aban pa wono se wonhwe so man nti wono se uti asem na brofo na wo kan nyina ne se galamse ne yade a edi oman ni nya ena han batono ba ye watuma yire no ho a wone ahemfu nyina hia kire omo kwan ese won befa so na wonoma asase won mfa mamanfo eti wone stakeholders ahodo ahia wonoma kasa ne ade ena watoto anamo ahodo a ebeboa se na ebe ya wonomo ebetu eye galamse na ase ewo oman mu ha eti anu nsem na wo kana no fiada mampanyi ene civil society organizations for ACI mampanyi a wo pese otu eye galamse no ase ena wone civil society organizations ehia mamenko ahoma so na mene Dr. Jerry Joe Harrison entwetwe enkomo ebium doc
yeah
where the ahoma ne tiko ye kafra na me bisa se na no ukutumi ko eye mampanyi mu meeting ni bi
you had a Kobe.
Oh, okay ba wan kasa de wantumi ankobi
the nyanka ya nipa ba kope na free CS so mina akoye intina na yin ntimi ko nipa ba kope de papa wona mana posida fo na
okay na wo mo ne mu yi no ma okoye na oba ye se odi briefing amount
e ba cho on the person amane abeboy
okay menim se watie ensama mampanyi kan ye honorable Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa na me bo ne just a while ago. What does it tell you? Say mampenya fresh years so na mohia na wode ni vision as far as galamse ewo ho anopa newspapers ni be a report say state of emergency no will be declare if say e ban say esse o declare ni mampanyi kan ye ne ministers ne kan no eso mani
be just the kind of info in Chaka ma yes for and then I have fun pay.
Okay.
I'm say ni na no bon tofa yes Okrah baako na ɔmanpanyin aban so ɛka baako na yɛde de bia de yɛka ne sɛ aban announce various measures are also akwan na ɛbrɛ na ɛbɛkyerɛ nanka wɔyɛ adwemu no ɛfiri sɛ sɛdeɛ situation asi ayɛ no anka yɛwɔ some immediate measures bi a anka yɛnteki na atumi ama yɛtumi restore nsuo ne kwaeɛ no a yɛsɛ no na megyiri sɛ for us no obviously action speaks louder na sɛ mampɛka sɛ wɔn declare saa areas ni nyinaa no as security zones a megyiri sɛ ne kwan so ano no na sɛ wɔka ne saa no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhu sɛ there's action going on ɛfiri sɛ deɛ yɛfu paa ne me sɛ declaration of state of emergency no na wonka sɛ what declare because of other implications when you declare baabi sɛ security zone and also no the action plan ɛka ho ama yɛhu asraafoɔ polisifoɔ they patrolling na over time no sɛ saa nneɛma nyinaa kɔ so a na sɛ galamsey no gyae wɔ nsuo no so a this nsuo no ɛbɛ recover nti no yɛdeɛ deɛ waka no yɛate na yɛde yɛni ɛhwɛ yɛde aso ɛtie na ɛberɛtam no sɛ nneɛma a ɔde agu akwan mu no sɛbesɛbe amfa nsusuansoɔ a ɛyɛ ama yɛne ne bɛdi nsawosoɔ foforɔ sɛde bɛyɛ a deɛ ɛfiri sɛ because ɛm sɛ ɔmampanyin sɛ the state of emergency no deɛ ɛyɛ last resort na ade asraafoɔ ɛturufo sɛ yɛdo de sɛ ɛne sɛsei yɛdeɛ ne hwɛ nti no we monitoring and evaluating the measures no na sɛ if the results are okay obviously why not the most results no ankɔ yɛ deɛ ɛneɛ na we will re-engage with government.
I see, but now you tag for mona na last year mekai pressure na mode ma aban na oteso no ne ade ohwe yewura Emmanuel Amakofi bo ansam a wo kan ye ene ohwe enema wo mode ato ekwan mu na you tag for genesen ankasa.
Oh, me say some of the measures are good measures. I mean, if you can or say LI 2462 no on very repeatedly once Parliament comes back very repeatedly we said that law should go into and the concern measures are also for example the rail licensing the new licensing regime I don't know you know and say is it see and for quite if you can some the license say genuine akwadim krofo nsase o yesu kua nsase no na se eba ne se the district no empedifo e won bi nipa asase no yomodia no eka ho bi na e de license no ema yebetimi ahu de eye kua asase de ye kua ya asase a yentimi enfantimi fango ene je keka ho na so wotinkan na so kopeki GPS keka sabi untimi ntina na hu se e hono no eye bodifo anase kokofo anase ye den na hono nti a ama wo kotu sa fango no e hono nti all those measures I believe that they are a step in the right direction say blue water gas is omo ye omaduma yi a and then say the hotline ba say the ya citizens no can be in quotes vigilantes what you say
okay
say you wasrafo e wo nsuo no so ne kwai no so na ye the hotline ba say ohu obi say obi wo nsuo so afre na asrafo entimi enrahwe wo na omon kochi say nipa na bi say ni na beboa
okay
intino say nyina say nemo wo kan nyina no ye de to akwam na ye say the obviously we will evaluate the results never better but the sense you tag for no and yeah abanda da twam no sabe wo from class wo mra na ye ni nkomo kra na wo view bo na wa ya fensen ayode intino ni na kan ho na ma yitu na mo a yitu ye no
okay
intino abai we de bia ya frɛ na oba abi di nkomo anemo o ye no so oka obi ase
okay
intino ye de ni ehwe ye no edin sa wo so the suggestions are ye de ma no But you said the Oman also, if you want my own discuss it, I had the last time I called a Congress meeting, I was so many. You know, I believe that it's a step in the right direction. We wish more could be done. Now, you know, the action is more important. Real action on the water bodies. Sir, to see, and now I'm saying, you declare those places as security zones. You galam say phone now, ya pamom, what I say.
Okay.
So no, any asset and acquire now, a friend saying, you declare security zone will be income. Once we begin to see these recoveries, I think that you know, you're liberty. You know, you're the only at to form. They are monitor said number is also the become the whole report ever.
Okay, much radio our Yesuan Pomu university ahodomo and a much radio and Timono. Some more radio munim near more tre and a munim the end results near more. So we shall near by there to a quemuyas or say, oh, ye, our bomber mania, amamonso, matibieno. We are sure say a progressive.
Oh, I mean, very progressive. And he said, we declare state of emergency, for example, what a restrictive movement in here into the Nippon Abuka Galam say, Wakutu Fango in Somano, going to be a movie because as for will be in vantage positions at the movement in.
Okay.
So we declare what I'm also a security zone. That's what we deploy living near Straff on a one so as well. I believe that you are achieving the same result. Even though say you are not declaring state of emergency. So we declare forest reserve a security area. Now a permanent security post or home. Boka and Hobaya. The end result is the same. For us, the end result is the better. Now, sometimes we say, you can't adebako. Then another thing is happening. You make us say, you better to me the final analysis. The Guinness and no big dinner. Some measures here. You see, if properly implemented, once you have the water bodies as security zones, you'll be patrolling the water from end to end. And no, Obin to me, Galam say, I was so a money here because the soldiers and the military will be there monitoring what's happening on the water body.
Okay.
The same way, forest, we declare the security zone, that's a permanent security poster. They'll be doing the same patrolling and making sure that will be entering everybody bonnie on. The result, and then say, Galam say for you, which is what we are fighting against. If properly implemented, we believe that time measures will achieve the right result.
Mobile government or a ultimatum bioma na say modimoni NHA.
We meet from time to time na ya discuss how our nema AC echo. Oh, the Kayana Ita Peniform, okay, share a Dutch bread near a young person, Galamsey, of course, any governance, any so many issues.
Okay.
You know, sir, yes, these are also near share. Nothing measures are buying a little from the results are not coming out. We definitely can go back to the drawing board. I know that obviously, Nadia, ye, a fees are Galamsey. Until the problem is solved. You know, the also be a buying pressure. I'm going to me as well. I'm saying that if it means that even having to go on strike, I can assure you that I know the we are taking anything off the table as of now. No measures not the actual common. You have taken measure. You know, the share said the measures never call. Now say if the results are achieved, we are all happy. Then we can live our lives. Then when we say, if they hear say, there's more pressure, we'll definitely bring it.
I think more you talk for no mutrimuno mama mo bears and merebang and sana ebias mobile action beer no more.
The patron moment dear means to can't say a man and our tree now to me. If he said, me so me say me a scientist in and never go on my naturally, no, if they take it, we take it, Bosom, into what the stomach catcher, no, Fanasa say, the enough to form air share and monitor, number is equal. I believe others are doing the same. Into yeah, my young one say, Yenya in slow, and then that is Kosabi, by analysis. So you say, my animal. It is all the decisions we take, are based on some of these emergencies. Say, man, dream north. anko hwe sidi so ni esiko na sa me ko south e ko sebi na me ba na se mu se chemicals no e ko so minim se de e ko so e wo atifi anu nti na e ma no e sa nti no ya me kan no yeah, we will be monitoring and evaluating the measures the president or the government is putting in place. Now, at the right time, no, the whole report about Sequoia, fine, and Koya, so there was a canoe,
I see. Ma Yanfa and Common has say na Mendawase na Measure Showene.
Never to you.
Mate, Dr. Jerry Joe Harrison. Yada say anope Dr. Jerry Joe Harrison president at the University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG Legon University of Ghana sa afina ma hu se ne post no akosoro na o se me no twetwe nkoma won so betumi de wadwen kire aba dwumadie ne so fa galam say hu e de na hu wo potem utie mo Eastern region, Central region, utie mo Ahafu region, utie me anasa wo hwa me ewo Bono East, anasa wo hwa me ewo Ashanti region. E de na hu wo potem as far as galam say concerned kabi kire nti send a message live on Facebook Power 979 FM. Ye tru ni nyina bom Power 979 FM. O hwehwe na wa like a page no betimi a share Dwaboase nso. Nyame be hira wo. Na ode wadwenkyere nso ba mekenkan ni nyina enso e de amaw ewo emrepem. Anase hwehwe TVXYZ nso ewo Facebook TVXYZ. O hwehwe like a page na follow yen. Obehu se Dwaboase no so etwagu ho for adwenkyere bra na menkenkan ni nyina enso emfa emma ene anope ewo Dwaboase dwumadie so aban we ba yen why ye nemani bia fine establishment of Ghana Gold Board Act 1140 ye passe no in March na eno so ba beboa se agudi a yetu ewo small scale miners no wo mutu no Gold Board no abaya mo muskanti wo mbeto wo ma ba be license amanfo a wo no mo eto gold no wo ma license wo mo kama a kire se woni license na koto gold a ye wo task force ye che wan de mrani ni ubedi eti eno so eye anamoni bia aban etuye ebi nso ne se aban revoke mining licenses ahodo a ye maaye wa bra ye to abawie 7 December na yewura amakofibu abetena ase a ohwe nkrata mu a ho se o ye to abawie ena ye de license ne mankrofo bi se wono enko forest reserve ma na se wono enko to gold ni bi ti ni nyina ya cancel ni nyina ye one of the measures are aban efa e de aboase galamse ebetumi akọ efom excavator permit regime se ode excavator eba kroma se oba be kire dwumadi a wudi ba be di enye sa ebedru porta ye beje ni nyina ye sa ne mani bia aban enso eye enafe oversight here including repealing the law na allows amanfo be mine ewo eye forest reserve mu no aban repeal security and enforcement operations security zones aban declare say yensuom enafe ye forest reserves nyina security zone etu ko akwakoye bibia oni asrafo ebenya asem ni nyina ye aban anamo na otuo ni bi ebi nso ene se enei ye cheche amanfo gidigidi na no me beba video ni bi kire ya woda no China fa ye che omo ne ade ne kwan a ye fa so prosecute omo ene ade nti we nyina alternative livelihoods ahodo aniama ahodo a aban de aba wode boa se ye mining communities no ye boa na mabunu ye kire omo so oh one two galamse a kwan sei na wo betumi afa so aye adwuma foforo adie aban fa amanfo adwuma enei national apprenticeship program krasa aba forward agbanyazi ya chia we na no pe una deputy national coordinator edumasa program na mo bu adwuma gidigidi ye train amanfo gidigidi ni nyina eka ho bia aban enso de ba but now no erastus asare donko edibetu mznra edibetu dwa se entobro so a ewo nyina hi ewa atwema mponua district ewa santimantem ofinsuo na eda ho no amanfo akwako jiram gidigidi a wo mu tu galamse no na ne me dene se what this post yi ebeto Facebook no Ashanti regional minister Dr. Frank Amwako hene e share sa post no e ka say odana say sa waka sa asem no na wo mu di akire akwakoye bibi. And I think that you say one nya bibi ama wasia enkobo ne kro no. I think say nya mianim no kure ni aban ni ye bibi. Honestly, I think they are buying ye bibi. Because previously Erasto Tasara donko yen na eti o man mu ha 8 years ago wa complaining wo Facebook say about galamsey. In fact no say wo frɛ ayi wana no abuginapo no say first no frɛ no fa ba ewie ye kra o frɛ no po wo fa biem. Last year me interview Erasto Tasara donko e wo fidie we ya so o se wo frɛ abuginapo a wo mfa Abujina pocket say who say bibi koso ha baby wonka but now fe wo friend na wonfa. It's not political will no na ni ho. It wasn't there. And me kra me a post apieti asemi ba me tag abujina posa na oba be yi no ho free tag no. Only political will no. And these people are parading here no omu did die Germany. I think enu kwa some mama san crofo no Germany kwan a wo bofa so man licenses man for call forest reserve mu ana fe aban kure ekoma aban to be nko because nkrofo na wo no wo mu kure tuo AK47 ni ade nti won to be nko ho. And yet there was this minister Abujinapo EPA on friend say Henry Kokofu oda so ni nam ho monche no. Why is he walking around? Henry Kokofu EPA. Ono na breso na wo chese o yenhwe ha man for to galamsey sa EPA Environmental Protection Authority. Anke se wo hwe nanka ye protect the environment no wan hwe. So he should be prosecuted. Why is he walking around? I don't get it. But let's talk educational consult. Or say for Ghana and some no sometimes ODH round obedi penny be atem. Na ba catch us. Me so me yesofo ba. O manipa bro. Let's talk educational consultancy. Obano 6 months to 6 years. Well, you know, you be school no, you watch Nungwa estate, you try entrepreneurship, you try public speaking, you try technology, any art. Just say Obano niamo odibedia grokrano, emana dream be. Eti ma me papa fa Obana bao. Ade then say, "Oh ye juma, why you busy?" Until yensu ye say, "Okay, Obano obeko school 12 months ni nyina, umpe we na opeden." Friends, is here 0249 069821. Your rotation Ngwa Estate, Mango Street in Zwa. Let's talk educational consult. Ye BM bra. Faobane bra 6 months to 6 years. Yeah, general. On that note, Madam Time Bomb and Coach and Como or I say, and you know, Madam Time Bomb by a crowd. Yeah, no, and Mon Como says, yeah.
Good morning, Toby Berrote and Anepe. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Yeah, baby, you're busy Como about education. Na in Chekese, I feel Let's Talk Educational Consult. I was Tashinongwa Estate, Gaben Lejokuku Municipal Assembly, and I Let's Talk Educational Consult. Ye boy parents, ma what say, or ye education, I say. And so when it comes to consultation services, we relax with you as a parent, as a teacher, as one who wants to understand education. Aside that, at church for when it comes to early childhood education, we are there for you. We train teachers in Montessori early childhood education. And then so by more from Mana. We take them in, yes, from 6 months to 6 years near to one with Montessori and INDEC educational program. And I pay my main country there say a school you want to set up, you want to train your teachers as in service training. Let's Talk Educational Consults with myself, Madam Time Bomb, and the team are ready to come over and give you that training that you are looking out for. Yes, the modern type of training, the modern type of thinking, and a corner before I'm a school near grown and from an also was stand out independently. About my nature accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I want to videos, pictures, a number of things. Our Bob ate. Here the concept now as a child and assay. We are school, school uniform, and a number of people don't understand why, but it's a way to give the child 100% space to explore and evolve. Yes, and so that's who we are. And if you say if anything, peden years in Como pedas over school, Checheni peden years in Como school, Mopacho friend on 0249069821. Another WhatsApp again on 0249069821. And I pay Mamifa in check as in family team with here. From producer to the host to the technical person. Now, me fan check as in from Apostle Parkway humans. And I mean, let's talk teachers in now. Now, SST. My grandmother, Reverend Susan, Mr. Arthur. My father, Fina Koma Chel Sample for no one kafu, Mrs. Edith Ampofu. And Miss Arthur, it was your coon on your bustle. It was your cooning in a good morning to you. Piesie, Madam Time I'm not making an agent age not be with them. I've had chat with a number of kids. Concerning Mr. Ate Oye Agric project, that is Feed Ghana Jumezi on Power. Mpocho on Fridays 2 p.m. Yeah. Mr. Ate, I've had a number of young kids. May come from kids below 15 years. Okay. I work from one in Como. Wow. And because I'm into the line of education, I'm a former friend concerning that line. I'm very, very happy. So one of the kids was talking, Norika there, he would love to go into farming, like agric. That is always second junior high school, but the parents do not support. When you're interested, one pede over here. And I maybe saying why also there is nothing like celebrating the technical person. Now, one thing I know, Mammy Kanya also to in Ghana here, have we ever celebrated any vocational TVET? You celebrated the monk of like as national, you celebrating for the mana. So I asked myself, we are trying our best on radio, drawing people's attention to it and all that, but I think the parents in this one way or the other, they would have to understand. So let me take our conversation today from that angle. Okay. Vocational and technical training. Yeah. Piesie, after our independence, Obi Kana Samyaji Henefa, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Odi Henenium with others, he sat down and said, we are not liberated enough and independent enough unless the education is attached. And he believed that it's important to equip ourselves, especially with skills that we need to build, when it comes to modernization and industrialization. He sat down and said, I believe that education can equip us when it comes to skills needed to build modern and industrialized nation. Now, Sir Obanedama, it means that we have a lot to do. That is why KNUST and all that came through. But I asked myself, are we really, and are they really doing what they have to do? Through that, from that to 1961, and I were able to introduce the free primary education because his agenda was to get a universal access to every child, as in when it comes to education, so that our Frobana Oracle School will have the mindset and adapt education. Now, three key areas are in our origin is that is the emphasis is on equipping ourselves. That's one, reducing dependency, and then fostering ourselves, being sufficient enough for our country. Into my there, as an individual at Eco School, at the end of the day, you should be well equipped yourself. You should be well equipped. And when they reduce independence, as an independent or be even people coming in from outside, and then foster self-sufficient. Now we look at all these things, and at the end of the day, kids go to school and you ask them, "What do you want to do?" Oh, I'm a meaning that because they don't have that zeal to be in Ghana and to do talk less of vocational training. In our mind, vocational training is for those and I one school. That is what we think. It's because we don't celebrate, we don't push them, we don't do a lot of things, and we look down on these things. But I always say that if we are really fixing ourselves well, from agriculture to fashion to carpentry to masonry to all that entails with vocation and technical aspect, I think that we wouldn't be where we are as a country. We'll be meeting. And as parents, we will put respect on vocation. Not as parents, everybody, from parents to teachers. We can sit down and analyze and say that, oh, I will make to know if you want to do this, dabi. Why? Because why do we look down on such areas? We look down on such areas because I appreciate one. Yen mindset when it comes to academics is a bit biased. We are always looking out for the people who want to be lawyers, doctors, teachers, engineers, and all that. We don't want to look beyond that. The white collar job is what's yepe. We leave that, and that has been a colonial educative way. We want to wear suit and go and sit at the office, but and so we have to go around it and work with it. And then when it comes to the social stigma and perception, the issues, the challenges people who go through this phase, or a dirty job. What kind of job is this? Now, this is where you ended. Carpentry, masonry, and area, tailoring. I mean, the career path we've made it look like on your prestigious. And so we growing up, low self-esteem in a year build my one. Now you have to have it up at the back of your minds there. Graduate, it doesn't mean that you may be the whole child. And so if we don't build our young ones with their skills up, that's why unemployment is so high. Now the poor quality and outdated TVET systems. Systems, they are poor. They are inadequate. Facilities on way up. Go to some of our secondary schools, especially those who are doing technical and vocational. It still hasn't been improved. Still working with the old ones that they were set with. Still maintaining and all that. New ways are out there. Technology is out there. Let's add it to the vocational skills and help our little ones. Weak industry linkages. Yeah? We find it difficult to link our vocational and technical men to what we are doing. That is when it comes to the industry players. We don't do that. Quality instructors, they all want to. And the funny thing, when these people travel outside, the money they make is more than those. It gets all certificates. You will still have to school because you need a certificate of the land to work, to be called a part of them. And if you have a hands-on and you go, and that's the one son now you school for just some few months and you have work out there, or isn't that better? Hands-on. So the quality of instructors, we need to push them. We need to encourage them. I don't know why Yahweh the baby wabre. Into Obia and pushing Obia encouraging. They look down on themselves. As I mean, benefits in Amenia. Very, very important. And let's look at the economic aspect as well. Limited job opportunities, the lack of private sectors opened. Government's enough, but it's not enough. And then we don't have a clear path. That is a progressive career path, especially for farming. Unlike degree holders, if you have a degree, a master's in this, an MPhil in this, a doctorate in this, then you are traveling forward. But with this, the career progression, it's unlikely. It's not there. You don't get it like the way you want it. Our media nowadays that is supposed to push, we are not pushing. Even the music videos, we prefer to see the lawyers, we prefer to see the nurses and the doctors doing their own thing. Me, your dog carpenter, female carpenter, or carpentry room, me who be my Kenya other videos who will get appreciating our people. So at the end of the day, we lack them, and the certification. Completion, the certification, that's what we work with. The certificates when I make it, certificates when I make they are limited. It's difficult. Vocational and technical training, it's killing our soul, and that is what will bring money up. Now let's take what we are doing. Agri-Kayeri. Now we have the government trying to push it. Who and who are going to do it? Is it the people out of the school with the certificate? Are they really ready to go into it? What psyching are we giving them? What understanding? What training? What teachings are we giving them? Please, if we are able to start with the little ones, they come to adopt it as part of their lifestyle, then they know that they are moving forward. Parents and guardians, peer pressure is too high. Friends will influence you. I want to go into this. I want to do this. Oh, man, yeah. What you go and do it? They will tell you that in your school, you don't have certificate. So please, I beg you, listen to the child, what they want to end up with, what actually they want to do, and then encourage them. A vocational training. If you are trained on a vocational stuff, if you are built in with technical things, it doesn't mean that in Yenyin. And so let's look at rebranding. Let's look at ensuring that our industry and partnerships will build up there. Let's make sure that government incentives are it's cool, and that our kids are also interested. And our appeal at this moment on this airwaves, Power 97.9 FM on TV, XYZ, to that our schools, one way or the other. So yeah, your life skills, and our kids will love to do it. So yeah, children makes more fix the pipes, makes more way makes new work patching, makes technical stuff. We go able to fix, and now we be say able to not every time inviting somebody in. The me and the other year boy, and here's a pushy number from my app. And if we can do it, it's you and I holding hands that we can do it together, from the parent to the teacher to the child to you in the community. Oh no, and so this morning, let's talk educational consults. Please, let's not to look down and emphasize on the fact that to go forward. Now, additional 1 year, just one way. Let's equip ourselves. Let's reduce the dependency on others, and then let's foster self-sufficiency. For Let's Talk Educational Consult on 0249 069821, 0249 069821. Nashishingen, Wateshinongwa Estate, Ayabele Jokuko Municipal Assembly on the Mango Street. From that sample, I'm done.
A.K.A. Madam Time Bomb.
And yɛne mu adi ahyia bie mu a na ɛyɛ Indian company kɛse a yɛaso yɛ no ɛwɔ India na enu ahodoɔ na ɛna yɛde abɛdwaman so ama ibia bedu Ghana hanom a Food and Drugs Authority ayɛ nhwehwɛmu ɛde afa yɛno ni nyinaa ho agye atomu sɛ yɛno no ɛbɔ adwuma nti no Ghana for ɛmfa nsa wɔ mo ho yareɛ na enu a yɛde abɛdwaman so no ɛyɛ India hama ɛna yɛakeka bom ɛde ayɛ ahabanduro yɛ a mama ɛni nsunsuanso bɔne bia na ɛnɛ yɛbɛgye bre na yɛakasa afa yɛno no ɛmaako ɛnan ɛho ya yɛbɛkasa ɛde afa Nerve Alive a ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ yɛntiri mu afei Vivado ya ɛno nso ɛyɛ mogyabroso anaasɛ hypertension ɛna yɛwɔ Azaka nso a ɛyɛ asikyɛ yareɛ ɛna afei yɛwɔ May 40s ɛna prostate liver ɛno nso amanfo ya monya prostate yareɛ no ɛdi ɛboa mo abibia ya na yɛka sɛ ɛnyare a mebobɔ so nyinaa ebibia ɛtwa mu wobi enya bi pɛ na ne yemu ɛhyehyɛ no esan sɛ wonim sɛ ɛde ne bɛkɔ wuo mu ebia na obi enya nyare a medikan abobɔ so bi na yɛde na akɔ hospital enu a yɛde ama no enye enu ketewa wobi mpo de yɛde aduro baako ɛnsa nyare bɛyɛ 20 ho bɛyɛ den atɔ mama mepacho yenye bre na yemfa nyare no mako na afei yeni ɛho nkɔmɔ na ne di kan ya ye no ɛkasa fa ho ɛna no pai ɛyɛ Nerve Alive a ɛsa intinimu yare anaasɛ ɛboa mo amanya intinimu yare na wobi bɛyɛ den ehunu sɛ onya intinimu yare Ghana for dodo na no ɛwo intinimu yare na nso ensunsunso a wo mo ehunu no ɛyɛ na ɛmo wo mo nkae sɛ bi mpreduasa intinimu yare ɛna wo mo anya wonya intinimu yare na ɛma onsetimi yɛ otititi unantimi yɛ otititi uso adeɛ mu a aya na wunni atenka anase wunni atenka bia ne titiri ni sɛ waso adeɛ a enyunu ebia na ice block anase wodo nsa to ensuhye mu mpo wonte sɛ wunni atenka bia sɛ wode onsa ka bibia enyunu anase bibia ehye mepacho hunu nsunsuanso we ya na ebo nka ye sɛ onya intirimu yare kro na no ani de mu a wonante a na ayese pin anaasɛ paneɛ bi ɛwowɔ onan ɛne osiri mu afei ɛwɔ hɔ a na ayese mfifire ɛfiri wo nsam ɛne onan mu enti wo nante na ɔhyɛ mpaboa na ayese mpaboa no ɛrɔrɔ wenum nyinaa no ɛbɔ nka yɛsɛ wonya ntirimu yareɛ korɔ na no mepatwo wonya ɛma onase taitai ɛyɛ na ayese onase no ahono ne titru obi tena ka mu kakra bi ansa na wobisi kra no na ayese ne nan no ne nase atatai mepatwo unu sunsunso wi a ɛno so ɛbɔ nka yɛsɛ wonya ntirimu yareɛ korɔ yɛ woyɛ bɛma a etumi ma woyɛ mmerɛ ɛwɔ kɛtɛ so esan sɛ yɛ mɛma no dompe bia enim ɛyɛ ntiri nko a enti wonya ntirimu yareɛ a na kyerɛ sɛ wonya ɛnamu mmerɛyɛ ɛnso ɛno no enti wohunu nsunsuansuo wei nyinaa anaasɛ wakɔ hospital na doctor aka kyerɛ sɛ wonya ntirimu yareɛ a mepatwɔ bɔ mmɔden na hwehwɛ indiafoɔ aduru a ɛbɔ adwuma a yɛfrɛ ne nerve alive no woma onsaka bi a ɛbɛboa wo na ayi saa ɔhaw no nyinaa afiri hɔ ama wasom atumi adwo afei ma menkasa mfa yɛaduru a yɛfrɛ ne azaka no nso ɛyɛ india hahama ɛne yɛkeka bom a yɛde ayɛ ahabanduro yi a ɛboa mo a moyare diabetes anaasɛ asikyire yareɛ mmerɛ bi a ɛtwa mu mama wobi ɛnya asikyire yareɛ a na akɔyɛ ɛyamhyehyeɛ nko a ɛsiane sɛ wonim sɛ nyame ɛnsane fam a ɛno a ɛne de ne bɛkɔ wuo mu diabetes anaasɛ asikyire yareɛ no yɛwɔ type 1 ɛna yɛwɔ type 2 sɛ ɛyɛ type 1 anaasɛ ɛyɛ type 2 no mepatwɔ nsunsuanso a ɛyɛ wohunu no bi ne sɛ wotae adwonsɔ ntɛntɛm kakraa bi a na ayɛ sɛ dwonsɔ ɛde wo afei wonum nsuo nso a kakraa bi a na ayɛ sɛ nsukɔm de wo ɛno akyi wotae ɛdidi ntɛntɛm ɛsan asikyire yareɛ na wanya nti wodidi a kakraa bi na ayɛ sɛ ɛkɔm de wo afei wonante a na wo home te kakraa bi a na ayɛ sɛ wabrɛ saa ɛnso ɛna ɛma wo so te wobɛhunu na wafɔn ayɛ hatahata nyame anya adom obi ahu a na wɔsusu adwombɔne de ɛma sɛ wonya yareɛ kwankorɔ mepaakyɛw wonya diabetes anaasɛ wonya asikyire yareɛ a aduru baako a ɛbɛbɔ yɛ a ɛyɛ indiafoɔ aduru ɛyɛ azaka mepaakyɛw diabetes korɔ no ano sɛ adeɛ twa wo a wobɛmia kuro no amiamia ɛyɛ na kuro no ɛnwu nti wo sɛ kuro no atɔ wo akyɛ womia na ɛnwu a ebia na ɛyɛ diabetes yareɛ no bi bɔ mmɔden a na pɛ azaka na ɛmmoa wo na ɛnyi yareɛ no ɛmfiri hɔnom na ɛnsiesie wo ɛyɛ aduro a ohun sɛ mebobɔ yɛ ndo no nyinaa so no yɛmfa aduro baako ɛnsɛ yareɛ mmienu daabi indiafoɔ ndo no deɛ aduro baako bi a ɛsa yareɛ baako ɛna nyareɛ a mebobɔ so yi nyinaa mmerɛ bi a atwam ɛbɔ wɔ a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛdo ɛkɔ ɛwuo mu nti ɛnɛ wo maame bi wo papa bi wo busuani bi ɛna anya diabetes a mepatwɔ ma ne nhwehwɛ indiafoɔ aduro a yɛfrɛ ne azaka yi bi na ɛntimi ɛmmoa no yɛno ɛkasa gyina wohwɛ tv no so a wobɛhu sɛ yɛn contact number no ɛwɔ so afei yɛwɔ vivado wɔ hɔ a ɛno nso ɛyɛ manya mogyaborosoɔ anaasɛ hypertension mo nso yɛwɔ mo aduro tatahwe ɛwɔ hɔnom ɛsiane ɛduro nti no nsunsuansoɔ no mentimi ɛmobɔ so woyɛ bɛrima na wɔyɛ mmerɛ wɔ kɛtɛm na wontimi mmɔ adwuma a yɛwɔ may 40s wɔ hɔnom a ɛnyɛ yɛnom aduro bi a wonom ama wo ho ayɛ hyehyeehye anaasɛ wotiri ɛpa wɔ ɛyɛ india hama ɛne yɛde ayɛ aduro yi a wonum a ɛboa ma wotumi gyina ɔna so obɛma no afo ayɛ ketekete koraa ɛmu tumi pagya ɛma ɛmu yɛdu saa ɛnso ɛna yɛ papa no ma mo nso moanya 40 years 45 years and above a moanya prostate yareɛ no mo nso yɛwɔ prostate live wɔ hɔ a moma mo nsa ɛka bi a ɛbɛboa wɔ ɛnuro leading pharmacy herbal shops and drug stores nyinaa no wobɛwura ma wobɛnya yɛnnuro no bi mepaakyɛw fa yɛn contact number yi na wɔne yɛn ɛni nkɔmmɔ 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and 059 558 2628 fa number no na friends say ya yendo no do so esan ebrinti ebi ana yentumi amọ yare so na nanom se oton yare a na onya anu aduru.
Be fine. I wish I found Mama Kwaba about TV XYZ to so I called the annual brand for a brighter day. The title of the song is actually Hope. 26 minutes after 8. Ekoji aboafo nkrato abayan fa seda kese ma Haxa mixture, Haxa capsules. And I don't pay also not tran so acha da roma kone kope Haxa mixture, Haxa capsules ni bi. Ebetimi aboa. Ya tro ho also tamfo. Edoni green ne ho fe. Pharmacy bi e ben obia obenya bi wo ho. Ghana ha ba bia. All kinds of drug lane or horror past ventures. Madina Forbeko Cat Pharmacy, Little Georgia or Community 5. Kaswa Forbeko Ducat Pharmacy. 0240-238-310. 0240-238-310. And Haxa Mixture, Haxa capsules. I do papa. You first na kesi enso ma Health Alert Clinic. And they Wamo aje yes West Africa Traditional Medical Awards no wamo na ye ma omo best also treatment center. It is also no ko ha obetimi aboa ma bibia konkai typhoid fever na how and as a cholesterol no cholesterol ama yesi mendi we ko ye be ma wodru wankasa na obesan si da demo prostate issues and the muyade obi wo se ne nase hye no kono ko pemo e Health Alert Clinic body pains ahodo obi wo ani sisi otena hye ya wontumi nsore obi nso wo se anansi ate no anansi nso nye police anansi nye police na wache o eja da ro ma ko pemo e wo Health Alert Clinic ya wo Madina ya ni post office ne din hwe ni mo yesan wo kaswa ya wa so e ba ko so pokriase ya wa Simon and afa takrade for me chiamo takrade for TV XYZ papa anaje efie kuma pipe no aje market circle jai you better on so ne about my friend Health Alert Clinic 024251889293 0242518893 and 0242518865 of rampenyi for bejo so ama bibia so atumi akoso kama pa de amount and ope ya guso twetwen komo mama me President John Dramani Mahama talking to CSOs no na walka ne vision ene ne na ban ne pese ye na eboa magalamse ano ebrase wo man mo ha no ma yentie no briefly ana makwa homa no so na me ne on yewura Abraham Kumsi na kwa twetwe nkomo wono Secretary General at the Ghana Federation of Labor wono mo ka ho bi ena na last year ye de pressure to na Akufo-Addo aban no so no but ye baby so almost so far ekosen wo man ni je enema Yewra John Mahama ban ede atoto na kwemu na na ma yetie President John Dramani Mahama na no Friday in sama wo kan no briefly.
One of the important successes is the change in the whole issue of excavators. Excavators came in huge quantities, and I remember that at a point under the previous administration they asked that permits be gotten before excavators are imported. Meanwhile, the law did not say you should get a permit after, but that was what we came to meet, that you bring the excavator, then you go to the Ministry of Transport and ask for a permit. But the law actually says that you must get a permit before you import the excavator. And so now we are enforcing that law. And so you can't bring an excavator in, you can't put it on a ship, and we're telling the shipping agencies, if you bring an excavator for which there's no permit, we shall penalize you, the shipping agency, for carrying that excavator here to Ghana. In the meantime, we came to meet a huge quantity of excavators in the port. And that is what the Lands Minister was explaining to you, that we had to decongest the ports because there was no more space for anything. And so we've moved them to the military space at the Shire Hills and other locations, and we've corralled them there. One of the successes too is the registration of excavators. Even though the law requires excavators to be registered, nobody was registering their excavator. And so if you look at the DVLA records, there was no registration of excavators. And so anybody could bring in an excavator and take it straight into the forest. Today, we are requiring that every excavator must be registered with the owner of the excavator known. And once that is done, like he said, we started putting trackers on the excavator so that we know exactly where they are going to. It's not only illegal miners who use excavators, contractors working on our roads, quarries, and others all use excavators. And so it's impossible to just put a complete ban on excavators, but we must know where that excavator is. And so we now can hold the owners of excavators responsible if we find the excavator in a forest reserve or engaged in illegal mining. And so that's one of the advances that we have made. We started a geofencing policy where it makes it possible for us to know where every excavator is, so that if the excavator moves after where it was geofenced, then we can go and find out where did this excavator go and what is it doing where it has gone. And so that we also have to start reclamation, because it's not enough to just stop them and drive them away.
Okay, so that was President John Dramani Mahama. And I know Friday on a CSO civil society organizations nation no. One so all tre na ban by and on so aye sene be agalam say hun sensem no ebetumi akọ efom. Me matena ha ka say honestly, I think that this government is doing better than the previous government as far as the fight against illegal mining is concerned. You may not agree with me, that's fine, but this is me. I think the government is doing something right. And kudos to Honorable Emmanuel Amakufibwa. One Womrantia no more boy juma and Nemrantia Nabako Betana Hasina Menena Chichenko engineer Frank Asari Pedro. One ena wada a cooperative community mining no. One on Nedano Menene Betchenkomo. Measure more plan. Any amount person mo ye mame kwa man so na mene yewura Abraham Kumsi na ntwetwe nkomo ono na Secretary General Edema Ghana Federation of Labour GFL. Hello father, good morning.
Oh, me do Piesie.
Sabi ba boko de.
You wada wo.
E da nyame ase. Ye kasa ya che kakra.
Say why you can do no.
Oze
Naba,
Oze ma ele.
I'm sure that you never did.
Dada noa. Dada noa. And opede ye frawa boko. Nano mampenyi ene eye CSOs no ehia ye. Honorable Emmanuel Amakufibwa, which are na MPs bebre e wo ho ne government agencies empenyin for bebre na wono e wo ho, but minim say CSOs no one more the pressure ku Nana Akufo-Addo aban so pa eba galam say na organized labor so mo ye bi pa last year mo the pressure e ma aban no na afi ewie na ankwanko to ye a mo se mo hwe se aban we so ebetume de koto ayen kwan a so far utumu se aban de koto ayen kwan.
Oh, say we dey obvious this will be I don't know why not just or your politics, you know. Nobody be watching because me, I don't see the reason why, sir, people are pushing for this state of emergency. You see, for 8 years, you know what organized labor did. Then they never to push the previous government to take some action there. Meanwhile, so in their own ranks, what kind Professor watching the report now. They were deeply involved and they had imported some fines and then machines to be about just to have so for the government to do all those things, you know, matter it is very difficult to rest overnight. Well, now meaning say what is it? Dwaboase. Eddie. 1 year. Oh, my king was now the current well, for 8 years. Sir, then I ever taboo. Nobody say you had all the machinery at your disposal. Won't venture. No, we are about 9 months or 10 months. Then you expect to say, about a clear. It's not possible. What is important is measures now. What the unless people don't want solution. Or they want just to create confusion. Okay. How do you expect 8-9 months old government to impose a state of emergency. Is that state of emergency itself going to go around and arrest people? And man also make sure because if there is state of emergency, the same security people, the military people, the police people, they are going to enforce this thing, whether it's state of emergency or not. You know, and man also make sure and so if you have good, security team, one more enforce right now. What is it? State of emergency? Yes, you scare people or what? Because people will be going about their normal, daily, the human also way anyway. The whole way side way. The near bra also uncle. If you cry all the food all the other banks you want it. I mean, I know you become a victim. And you know, they think that it is very easy, very simple. Say, state of emergency, I don't know, that is going to solve the problem. But so far, we disagree. We disagree with anybody who says the state of emergency will automatically deal with this. It will not. What is important is the message now. When declare maybe a delay, that is important. So if eventually there's a need for this so-called one state of emergency now, I don't know how people are going to benefit from this state of emergency declaration. Because I think that the mere fact is when declare, that state of emergency is not going to go around to arrest people. The same human beings who can be, relied on to enforce these laws are going to operate. What is important is soldier fool, supportive fool, they make sure that they don't become, they don't allow themselves to be influenced or corrupted. That's a thing, every 2 weeks, and actually 1 month, you change them. There should be rotational, being stay one place, or corrupted. That is a strategy that I think this government should adopt, and I think that they are doing that. But the current state of emergency by itself, is it going to have? I don't know why people are thinking the same. As if say the mere declaration will solve every problem. It's not going to do that. It will never happen. And when I ordered what they at one, I think that it will help because if the LI 2462 so if you are, and I'm sure they are going to do it.
I know that one more about repeal, yeah.
So what is it? So they just want to look. The same people when this emergency or whatever is imposed now, and the military, for them they're always ready, battle ready. They will do so many things. The same people, human rights people, will come. Hey, military who, hey. The people will complain. The same people will complain. So the military people are harassing them. They are beating them. They are doing all. I think that the government should remain focused and make sure right, and they shouldn't listen to this noises all over. It will never help. 8 years now. The previous one was in power. We were able to push this state of emergency. Okrah 8 years. We had the experience of this mining, the things that were, this mismanagement of these resources. They were here. What noise did they make? And what result did they achieve? 8 years, 8 years, What result did they achieve? The 8 months we want. No, not very careful. Like I said, what is Dwaboase?
Okay, but I'm very curious. Me person me who time na Akufo-Addo aban no eteswo no. Anope mini UTAG president or University of Ghana etwetwen komo. Na or can be say those days na UTAG for Emma aban pressure no so one person many aban panyin for kura hia. Na aban no etwetwen ho one person oni omo be hia. Organized labor so mo call the same thing more as far as be na mo pesa money aban panyin for etwetwen enkomo edifa galamse ho.
UTAG for said they were part of us. They were part of organized labor. Meetings are and they were part of it. Example, was a lead. The last time we met her, nurses, what we do, Ghana Medical Association was also pulled out, They disorganized us. We didn't ask, I think they were able to infiltrate into our ranks to create this problem. So you can't, on its own, said no. For them, they will continue to fight it. So UTAG was the only workers association, union, they stood firm and made sure that they will continue to do. I didn't realize that they will not succeed because I don't know and to one union can succeed in fighting it. They did very well, but because they didn't get the support, from the other unions, Mama want to I don't blame them. They did very well, but this battle cannot be fought by a sector union. The medical, that's why when I heard these doctors saying that they were giving some ultimatum, look at them. You are giving them ultimatum. 8 years. When the last moment in a year embark on collective action, which is will be part of it. Next is they put out. They didn't get involved. They said no. So they disorganized everything that they were doing. To extent that even people suspect and say, yeah, people are giving money to some of us. That's why we have, truncated the whole thing. And it's not true. It's because some of our critical, stakeholders would do. That is the Ghana Medical Association and then the nurses. They pulled out. Only UTAG that was the big. They will fight it. But unfortunately, what could they do? You just say, lecturer. They say, who fight it? What you have to. I mean, the government could even take action against them because one would say, go to your classroom and go and lecture your students. So why do you go? So they did very well, but unfortunately, they will not listen to you. Even if you remember, when they were about to sell this snake hotels, look at what we did. When we massed up, at the Roman Catholic Association, a class house, we were going there, we were marching to the Jubilee House. He had the permission, everything. The Jews are Catholic, a son of honor, almost started over to them guys, yeah,
blue water guards.
They started throwing these guys here, what did disperse crowd is.
Gas.
The guys are what did disperse crowd.
Oh, okay.
I was to what did disperse a. Were there and they started throwing this gas. We had to disperse. They didn't allow us even to cross the road. Tear gas, yes, tear gas. They used tear gas to break our front, and even though we were able to present what we wanted to, but one man and cross that main road to the other side. But this time around, they even enter. They were more even come to my office, and they are able to go there. Nobody should make that comparison. Here, NDC, I'm a unionist, and unionist, I am for any socially inclined political party. I will support it, but not a political party property owning. Economy will collapse. And how can I say unionist support this kind of government? I'm not NDC, but I am dealing with the ideology of the government. So they are going wrong, we draw their attention. But I will never be for any. Look at what Trump is doing. Trump more we go for the heart. Biden didn't do that. Look at Trump. Look at what Trump is doing. Then go and see how the workers are crying over there. One day we invite Trump to come and handle this place for about 6 months. People will run away and go to their villages. They won't come back to town again. And so they should stop all these things. They should give 10 months in a woman. One of the play, not in the home. No to me, to prosecute this agenda. Okay. If people do not, if woman, what do they look? You define Google as the state of emergency. You will see the definition. What is it about? Is it a state of emergency come to fight this the people or what? Maybe you. What from the so they shouldn't mind them. They should go ahead and make sure that measures are put in place like they have started. It's even more than the state of emergency that they are even talking about. But they shouldn't do it in a way or be a or your farmer or your farm or your man. So many around what charging that. This is even by secret or home car will go gold. They can beat you up, even shoot and kill you. So they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't. They should go to the village and go and farm. Those who are calling for this, they should go if they have farms. They should go there and go and farm. No, if they declare this state of emergency, the soldiers will come there. If they start beating you, you say, "Oh, I'm not mining. It's my farm. Go to farm. Go home. Go and rest. State of emergency. Go and rest in your house. Don't come and farm." So they shouldn't introduce any measures that ever create unnecessary problems, chaos, panic all over. They shouldn't do that. Once take one time. No mama and running yegma. Coping time. This message can solve this problem. It can solve it. More mama noise makers, political is now, MPP, if I were them, by now, because what we draw cry, one can we draw cry, what could come to be, what plan how to bounce back. That's what they're doing. They are dismantling their own political party.
Opinion, my emphasis here, Emrepem, yes, know Attraction and Como, that's a pa. Okay, Opinion Abraham Kumsin and our team in Kano. One NA Secretary General at the Ghana Federation of Labor. One more no organized labor, Juana, woman de pressure, Nana Kufuadra buying a pint. So far, I was say, and I'm on buying to no in the right direction, and so they are watching. John Beshes and Seminole ABC Accord. Emphasis Dama Solar Natural Clinic. Ne fertility problems, no fabra, kidney issues, no liver issues, no. Yakwa research. Edi draw papa ba. Kidney diseases, ne liver problems, ne die. Draw no die. To me manage. Come. Obia oda untuminda. UTI. Sexually transmitted infections. Nina. Dr. Solomon Apiakubi, our Dasolak Natural Clinic, no essay, bra, and no pay, one and a nurse for Nina, ya crado, you kukumlemle, ya may have a senior high school, Ntibrana, Endi Juma, Nabibia, and Koso kama pa. Frey and 0553 932631, 0553 932631, 0553 932631, Ofra. On Dr. Solomon Apiakubi ene ebetwetwen enkomo mame hwese metumi anya messages ne kakra wa ha na makanya Fatawu Adam so say good morning Ghana also here live from OT region also my ways so Enkwanta South. Okay, Francis, okay we no turn there. Okay, mame hwade Charity no chukui was say good morning Piesie Okrah more fire. Moses say na as a sound number. Me sure says abediaba. Triple K SA Mr. Okrah. Please from Ablekuma Central. Flamingo traffic light to JT traffic light. No street light to our MP is Latif Dan. Honorable Latif Dan. Hey Azamo. Hey, Ghana. Hey, Asamo. Ma menko Power FM page no so na menko share messages aba. Later meko YouTube na makwa share. Hudu Mohammed also good morning. Power of God station. PSA keep on pushing. The right thing should be done for Ghana. Mate medase. Aaron Bebe Sukura I was say PSA was a bra PSA. The best way to stop galamsey is to put a case on it. Hey, yep, Modrianto so. I ask some more. Obama Nation, I say good morning. To you and your lovely listeners, especially the good people of Ward K Electoral area. My regards to lovely Father Honorable Alaji Alasan Suhini, Deputy Minister for Roads. Okay. Salas Sasiraku. Was it no sound? Me sure say by now the sound number. Madam some of the messages nearby. Alex Pencil also say sound them. Edward Ashon or say Achimota Forest. Kwano. Street lighting is so. Hey. Asemo. Zachary Akibu was it no sound yan check it me sure say technical guys na here hu adwuma my fancy engineer Shamaba I say even 1 week in politics is a lot of time so appointees na womu deny yen adwuma no womu very careful because adwuma bebiri na wakwan so ba I say greetings to Captain Quason, Director of Takrade Port and Kwame To Amoa, CEO of GNPC, and Honorable Grace Ayinsu Dankwa, Deputy Health Minister. Okay, Engineer Ba Shama, Yadase. Mamenko, Namenko Chichen Komo, Haxa, and Komono Abaso. Mark, it's a
okay. Yami Adum.
Is it the okay now for me?
Yeah,
no problem. And yes, now, Yamisha also. Haxa and common on one sense, Meta saying, and pay.
I mean, I was say, Mamma find she am right, Yasha for now. Memphis so much for my general motive. Yabo, come say, I'm a party free health care. Abusuafo nyame adom onam ye so edi aduro papa bi abadwaman so ye friend Haxa mission and Haxa capsules eya aduro ba akopa ye nom edi sa yade ba akope tie ni o aduro ba akopa ye nom edi sa yade ba akope eno ntino say eye stomach ulcer ana ababeje wo so ana say ababesue wo so ama sebi unya wanu twabre na eniema enkoyi mfama wo eya aduro ba akope ene wo so kokope na ode ye den or the paper frio a Haxa mission and capsules. And entertain be an make say be alcohol hospital. Doctors want your peptic ulcer. Oko hospital, yes, when your gastric ulcer and as gastritis. Oko hospital, yes, when your esophageal ulcer. Na trese a ulcer na ikuro and about nipabi and baby a better you know. And air so ediabo din ediamount. Na ema yamon show. Nemo no science so ma yamon show. I didn't make kind of son say also na eche wo nipadua ni mu a ekofa nsunsuanso bebre e de brew nemo mu no also bia so ababesua so ana watini din bia no so me paucho okọ na okope eye Haxa mission ne capsule so me paucho ebe pepa no atuase e de amount me se yaw aba wo nipadua mu esan stomach ulcer na onom Haxa mission ne capsules ama sa yaw no ayeden afru nipadua no kura de eye bonus e de mawo eye bonus e de mawo na wawie no na me pacho afe ayaresa na nkasa yeden edi so a eno so no eho asem no eno nti ba bia wotie mi ba bia wo hwe me say ye wo ana stomach ulcer ba wo so ana say wo nipa bi ana say wo nua bi wabusua ne bi me pacho bomode aso be recommend eye Haxa mission ne capsules na odi amano na won so no wasum ajo san say ulcer eye ya yie pa leno na ya na de bia na enkrofo bisa say kwan ben so kra na ulcer timi ba ye nipadua ni mu a ono de osori anopa ya ba na akra de woje den wa taking a breakfast awia nso so no watimi edidi anwumre wadidi teme odidi emra no kama na nso okọ hospital doctors wanya peptic ulcer okọ hospital doctors wanya gastric ulcer okọ hospital doctors wanya esophageal ulcer ban saying and na healthcare abrini na ye pese chiro say stomach ulcer ne de e wa kwan hodo bebre so e fa so ye den edi ba nipadua nim won se na sentem o me pa cho we sabe o yalefo bia na wo tene ho na wo hwe no etumi ba se e bia na wo stomach ulcer na ofie fibia na eye mpofiri mu me pa cho e ba ne se ne bo peten o ebi kura sabe ekọ wanum e ba ne sa na emwo ho omde ulcer no e ba no me pa cho ebi abo ede awra wo nipadua nim eno ye kwan ba ko a me pa cho stomach ulcer etumi fa so ede ba wa unya bi no enchen ye to so mienu so won say ura washroom koyo ho yi na nka wo so tumi nya nsuo ne sam na de hohoro won sa epepa won sa ho kama nsa na wo de beto aduane mu a wo de ato aduane mu nanso wantumi anya ne sa na ba ne sa no emwo wo ya sabio ye from H pylori a omye bacterial infections a me paucho ye mfa ye ni hu mo broni from microorganisms yi wo de so aduane mu a wo di ye na me paucho bia ye den abo e de awra wo ni padua ne mu eno nso so ye ekwan a ye fa so ema stomach ulcer ye den eba ye ni padua ne mu nti ulcer ne de me paucho obetimi akasa wo de wo didi ne mra no wo de oye bibia kama nanso then ya ko hospital so nya ulcer aye no kre say ulcer no enama kwan hodo bebre so na ede ba me pacho stress ye hu ewe abrabo mu say stress ade a chen ye ko na ye ba me pacho ni nyina no stress ni nyina na me pacho release hormones bi a ye friend cortisol me pacho cortisol ne boama ye gastric acid a wo hia amani padua no me pacho ebe dose chen sania e wo say wo hia amani padua no e ba ne sa na atretre e dia stomach lining ni mu na me pacho e kwa kokko so we ente me pacho bomode a say all sana ba be so so dia aduro ni e ba akopɛ e haxam shane ne capsules Haxamisha and then capsules adro yenta fo a me pacha ye no bom e stomach ulcer ase tu efri ni paduanim eni to pe se ayaresa ne mran tentempa me pacha e ban tentempa de ne wo kona wo kokoto me sana na the capsules na ye den aka ho sei na wo be fa no anopa wadidi awie wadidi awie anwumre wadidi awie no me pacha nsuo no ne tine e wo adro ni so no obanum mienu obanum mienu me pacha wanum awie no 30 minutes time now de eye pure water ye wo fie ye bi me pacha wo de anom eye ne capsules no eno susu mienu eno ano no me se stomach ulcer se wo ni padua ni mu no ase betu ade afiri honum afenso wanum aduro na awie no sa wo da aduro bi so se BP aduro bi a doctor de ama wa wo da so me pacha 2 hours time obetimi afa aduro no obetumi afa aduro no na eno eho asem no eno ntina sentem no bi se minya symptoms bi wo me ni paduam na mentimi hu say ulcer ni bia na me pa cho wo symptoms na den symptoms na munya wo signs na den signs na munya me pa cho obi ulcer ba na say signs and symptoms are ulcer timi de ba na ebi na me ba beboso obu on ma say odi aduane anaso de aduane se na no pe no asenya fini nyina ba esan stomach ulcer ntino me pacho ne mu ya na eye hatu ne so tia na etefo na ofom esan se enuane nura e wo se anka wodidi awie no pacho onya wo ne nipaduane mu e ma ne sese no ma ne kama no ma ne tobum fine no odidi ye na wasenya fi aduane nyina ba bonten eni te pa ne sa na be ye den na wanya sa enuane nuro no ama enuane nuro no ahyehye wo me pacho obehwe na wo so tia na eti fon na wo fon ya na wo ye ketekete wo ye nyanga me pacho wa hwe ye kra na ye de yade boni bi eba besusu me pacho bomode na kope haxam sane ne capsules e bi no ma ho nto why haxam sane ne capsules me say adura a doctor for be 7 and so akomutia bom no mo ye ba ye no so no ansa yade mienu ansa yade miensa yade ba kope ana etumi sa ye aye stomach ulcer ye funu mu kuro ye funu mu keka o me pacho ye funu no de ye obia no okope haxam sane ne capsules a me pacho asie ebetu e de amount ulcer e symptoms na de ba beja o so bu won ma se ne bu no hanum sei no won tokuro bi na da hokoto anum sei no he na emu tutu no emu ye ne ya emu keka no emu chese emu timi tutu na timi dwan na afa kura do bo wo de kura timi so na ni so sei a na ni so brim na ni so nyina ye no busi ya chese osori na wan so ade mu abehe na o theater kona kopes ai haxam sha ene ne capsule so bi no ano no mama sa ha no nyina no ase aye de etu atwa me se obi ulcer so symptoms a wonya no na tiri bramu no na tiri dompe hanum sei no etimi tutu na ma sabi o kasa kura wontumi nkasa de ne obi mpokura na ntimpo wontumi mfo ne nan entia famo de ne me paucho ne nyina no kope haxam sane ne capsules a ase ebetu e de ama na so no fa ahudie ayewo dia obi mpo se wote wo se o tene ne mu sei no enya de obetumi sanse osa no e de pain kase pa na be de aba so ne so me paucho bonamo de ne kope haxam sane bi na ene ne capsules so bi na edondom ema ho enye eden entom ene to the screen wow you say TV no wow says adro no eda screen ene me paucho bonamo fa o phone no fatwa to the onya dru pharmacy shop on ma na o de a kire say adro we bi say wuntimi mo haxam sane ne capsules na so all satamfo na o de fa kire o say adro we na me pe no bayi bi e ama na so asumdie e de aba stomach ulcer me patho ne symptoms ni so ebini say ebia wanya halitosis anaasɛ bad bread mepawkyɛw sɛbi anum nka ɛsiane sɛ ɛyɛ kuna wɔ wo nipadua no mu anaasɛ woyɛ mo hɔ no nti no wokasa na mframa ɛfa so na ɛba abɔnten no na ama sɛbio ada wo anum nka bɔ mmɔden no kɔpɛ haxamisa ne capsules ne nonom wo ho bɛyɛ den ɛbɛtɔ ama asumdie ɛde aba obu a obɛgya ne nan ɔsɛnti sɛbi na mogya wom obu a ɔbɛfe sɛbi na mogya ɛwom ɛba ne sa na adeɛ a mɛkyerɛ no sɛ wo nipadua no mogya a wohia no nyinaa no na ɛyɛ dɛn ɛfiri wo mu aba bɛsi akɔ no ɛbɛyɛ kakra no obroni sɛ wayɛ anemic wo nipadua no ayɛ pale kyɛ sɛ wo nipadua no ayɛ hoya mogya baako kora ne wo mu ɛno na de bia mekasa woyɛ ɔsom bi a yɛmfa mogya nsi nipa so a mepakyɛw na ɛno no ɛkeka kɔhe ɛma ne nyansa no waka sɛ mehu yanka kɔna kɔpɛ haxame and then the capsules will be no ma and told me say stomach ulcer dear ya na stomach ulcer so you will dry it to us here and that make amagana man ascending so say you will dry it to stomach ulcer see do baako pa and saya dear minu a saya dear baako pe haxamisha and then the capsules and it to copy na and no emma any day and to once and same time also symptoms are unyane say one I obo efuno obit me ebofno na not tintasuo saa me paucho aya na office ayen sonson na aba ne me obefan sonson aduro nyina bi na so still na de ofam no eno no ofam kona kope haxamisa ne capsules so bi na nonom eba ho enye den ento obu wo obro ni se belting otumi kesi ugina ne nchen kra otisi a onipa ku wa de wa pesi chese ono kra no aya na eye nani wusa me paucho Osa etumi ede wenim nyina eba san se eye gas na ahyew yam no eba ne sana na eye de epiefru ni padua mu na eba bonten kona kope haxamisha ene ne capsules so bi na wa nonom ama wa ye den wa ye fine obu won so a me pacho bro ni say reluctant to eat and as a loss of appetite aduane ne sina nim yi na so se be yo betimi atibi adi stomach ulcer nti onya tenka ne mpo se onti aduane ni me pacho na se wo ntumi anidi a wo be den aye fine aduane no be den asesɛw no wayɛ kama kɔna kɔpɛ haxamisa ɛne ne capsules so ibe no wayɛ den wanonom ama oho atɔ haxamisa ne capsules nkwa ne adura mepawkyɛw ɛsa yadeɛ baako pa yɛ stomach ulcer okɔ pharmacy shop okɔ herbal shop no mo se haxamisa ne capsules ni wa mepawkyɛw bɔmɔde ano afrɛ ofrɛ pɛ yɛbɛgye wo so na wo nso so no yɛyɛ den yɛabrɛ wo baabi biara a wo biara na ɛno so ɛho asɛm no nti wo kaisi drugland ya yɛnkɔ tenated and that's a repass hallows and our friends so tema yanko little George mankasim yanko Jeff Heber takwa yanko owas habibiduro fie koforudia eye delight and our friends so Gapson Pharmacy kaswa yanko Dukan and our Tribe of Judah yanko Isaac Drugstore takurade eye Sir Charles A Mensa Cape Coast yanko Penal Heber Madina eye Randy Pharmacy Kumasi eye Danny Heber Fred Mens and our Colinard afe nso so bogo so yenko unique herbal afe inchi odalo asimfosu ma Doris me paucho sene nso se adura ye kan ho asemi oya abofra na me paucho unni emro dumienu 12 years me paucho onka ho oba me paucho yo oba tan ya ma ne banufuo onka ho oba so me paucho wanyin se ono so eden enka ho number no 0546 189 405 0546 189 405 and 0240 2383 10 0240 2383 10 and 0203 8228 55 0203 8228 55 friend number is here baby wo bia no me pacho se o pharmacy shop bi herbal shop bi no wanya wo fast delivery kra na ye de be bro na mom se no so se no de delivery no one na be den obetua ho eka na no so ho asem no asem se no ne capsules de abusia eye ulcer tamfo ba ko pa ye nom edi to stomach ulcer say and to corner copy bi na ho ento enfam free stomach ulcer mo
okay
Piesie
mark
me da was say
me da say o kwa ye che abusuafo nyina haxa mixture ne haxa capsules and common na yakwa akote e dey free 5 minutes after 9 abusuafo ha ye Dwaboase o power 97.9 FM and TV XYZ say na many akobo number bi so say ndro ai Erastus any Ashanti regional minister no sa wa mon komo no na ewa o but Ashanti regional minister e the 9 most for number 2 ga sa ekuo na abanya power mo my task force a wonum ene etu galamsey for so sa no mesra galamsey koso wo area me de na mane be ma wo Dr. Frank Amwako hene ena publish ena me ba be kan bi so e de a kire e 0240 700 487 0240 700 487 Naimos for number no say ye tu galamsey e wo mfitire ana wafuo ma na ubibi wo area ho galamsey koso a aban krofo a wose wo muntu galamsey for su sa no wo na manie frɛ 0240 700 487 okay 0240 700 487 Naimos for no wo number no Dr. Frank Amwako hene ene publish ye ena men so mene mo che ebi ana wa nyama men sa mobium ye tu galamsey wo area wo fuom insuo na da wo area o ye tu galamsey wom utie me ene number ni nie frɛ asoja for no beba ho 0240 700 487 0240 700 487 Naimos for number no abusha for mama call for a quick commercial break na memra na me engineer Frank Asare Pedro entwetwen komoyo of freedom ha wono na da cooperative community cooperative and cooperative community mining whichever way community mining wono ene da ano yene no ebetwetwen enkomo sesie ba ye call for a quick commercial break say ye ba na yatena se na that's my mayo anyway Mate ye call for a quick commercial break ye nyankopon we
Mesaka enemu wasesa na brabo eni kana fo nyina so abrabo kanino na enti sakra se wudi sikesie ana se utwen sika e wo lorry station na eye ahometse neso ene momonti
Mesaka pensions karo
Mesaka order sika
Mesaka
insurance no.
Mesaka loan no.
Momo fogo suri ye echumaden. Di aboye nyina ye sika ho ban. Se MTN ana momo jumaye ni be frewa. Or the 0244 300,000 ene be frew. Na numpo orin bitsaw one time password ana se upin code enti wonso ye wa femu die na ma wani na ho na wonsa enka wo mu
na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kame na to na twetwe binya 3p garlic misa no aboa me pa
edunu ata miracle bi wadro no chese mafunu kura se di sia twini anka se me humi esisu se me humi ana esisu obeka se di bibi hye me so bi no bi na ye normal ni ti ni bi pi na ti no ti pa me sa 3 days ni na edunu anka se de nyankopon di ayi bi ahodi che ma yi bi anya sam ketwa ana se we de me flower card so na me fa hye me nkwa me
me de abe pa se 3 years ni ana ase me gina wa me na mu se hye hye me kwa me de ameko bi amu so much me dru abe 6 years ni o tema ti am ye ma di se ene me jaina saya na nku me preko ene 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic mixture ni tema me kase nku pe no yam se ene ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me mpia
3p garlic mixture ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e wo 024 89 288 24 and 020 100 002.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to Accra.
Sure. Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check. Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Check, AutoChecks.
Old by Gold. Style Plus with this one, Lufumi. Beautiful song. Very old, but still sounds fresh. Yes. Yeah. Why is he though? I heard from him for a while. Anyway, Moses Diagnostic Center, I say, all kinds of laboratory services, including liver and kidney function tests. I'm some in control. And we're in a dinning yet. I saw a liver function test, and kidney function test. Send a bayan to me and Conco and how be Basa Basa. Bora Moses Diagnostic Center. Now, for you, cholesterol profile, full blood count, prostate, specific antigen, urine analysis, urine culture and sensitivity, digital x-ray, dental x-ray, fluoroscopy. Obi why I won't call dentist for that. About your our Medimoses Diagnostic Center. Location in our dental barrier opposite police station. 050-3494-885 050-3494-885 and 0244-068-447 0244-068-447. Oh, your ba one young hormonal imbalance nene maniema oko Medimosis wa wombetuma come on. Franco Trading Enterprise at the Nokia and Samsung iPhones dingin ebe dwaso yatete so 40%. Because Nancy as a CD ye kakra. It's a Franco Trading Enterprise or say phones papa fie. No, in fact, I still phones papa fie. Samsung iPhone, Samsung foldable no. Come up. And what you air conditioners, your air blenders, washing machines, and a CCTV camera. CCTV cameras there and who here. Fabibo fie ho. Send a on so tie dwuma ma betuma hu ne ekoso ofie. Ebetuma bo pa. Bowura Franco Trading Enterprise aso ye bia Accra Tema Hefa Sunyane Takra di Kumase Bowura ho. Over to my friend 0246-422-338 0246-422-338 and 0555-939311 0555-939311 Franco Trading Enterprise still phones papa if you know. Hey. MTN say, hey, boss lady, yes, you, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman, building your business one bold as a star at a time. MTN say, oh, who say, oh, your bar, oh, your buja, oh, your business. And so the MTN Jumapa, at the abadi amount. A special data and call bundles, a bit my boy, now our friends, suppliers, no customers all the time. Abra won't chase wait, yes, I had insurance, so I come home. What the answer over dial is star 5060 hash. A man kwan a bit to me, I sa data bundle no. Oba we Juma. What bill shop kakra and waiting to be an hour so to honor a beer. Why you be business in Katanki be a certain bill for suppliers near there or riders our more deliver on Yama on Adrian and we business MTN so the Juma Pamba Mount and the Miniam Ma Memeswa out here Power FMCCA. Obe dial star 5060 hash star 5060 hash and then grab your Jumapa bundle. Let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Jumapa, powering women in business. Thank you so much, MTN. My main come from Mega Cash Lucky Box no so and no. Yeah, the NLA Caritas platform no so. I know the network be utume bubi. And I pay my main come from dial star 426 star 5 hash. Star 426 star 5 hash. Now select your PlayStation, which is TVXYZ and Power FM. Now for options no yes 6. Number no obe chusubiano e likely say obe to me discount. And I was so never the tickets back could be 5 CDs. I bet you free umomo at MTN, Telecel, and Airtel Tigo. Munina mutumi bobi. And I went so channel when the out to me Bobby ma boa but my boa my diache. Wait for you. NLA Caritas Lottery Platform and so near but I say terms and conditions apply. Mega Cash Lucky Box. Win big and live large. Yep. Special good morning going out to you. I call you every year. Oh, I do. I see your tech. That's just saying. It's gonna drive me crazy. Please give me one chance. Good morning going out to you, Bambella. Hey, some pound. Then I see what some pound. Hey, Rade, I some Ramos from and that can be picture me. Then he see. There be a sampan to qua. Oh, Munjaisa. Obisi open 9 was 4 number no 9 was 4 number no me bon want 0240700487 0240700487 9 was 4 number no the two galam say baby na hu afro 0240700487 I don't know whether say we Ashanti region for any day I don't know but what friend they can connect you to team na ben ewo area or no on bet you me aboa inside the service of only you. That's why I never want to love another woman. That's why. And engineer Frank Asare Pedro Betchen Komoyo Pudemo has say. That's why when I think about you leaving, I find myself. Maybe I didn't mean to him, but me producer what the Breme. Engineer Frank Pedro Asare. Our national coordinator for responsible cooperative mining and skills development program. Did you know? As a friend, comes depth. Special good morning going out to you, Dr. Samia. Yeah, your presidential aide. Sami Biaboko there. Hey. Minuya Haruna B. Mohammed. Menkwa minuya we MP. Asunafo North, right? Asunafo North, Goso. Now, no, me was a non and mamma for be for MP de Udio. Honorable BA, MP de Udi Papa, would demand the FM so. Menu about Conso MP or Yetano South, Honorable Charles Kwesiedu. And menu a pan. Charles Kwesiedu, I just say. Hey, menu about Conso MP or Ketu, Ketunov. Honorable Eric Edamagbana, on the name in the Neofia. Menu Said Mubarak. And also, Honorable Said MP for Sunyani East. And also, Minu
Joe, Koya, Suki, yeah, Star Plus, peace out.
Eji Yaguswa, you if you don't say, I Buana, ya Baba Bon Como, two, fast, cry. Ya Baba D and Como, Ewaha, Pedro, wouldn't himself quiet traffic or so. Hey, I have some more. I was 40. Yeah, Tenase, my young President Mahama. Now, a friend is saying excavator regulations. No, okay, I know that's what they can't some. Dada. Now, water quality protection. No, you deploy 1,000 blue water guards. Ama ya de pilot project. I no pay a pilot too. Yeah, pilot to keke. Ella, munye video no ready. What I got for no? Yanya ni ready. Okay. Ralph the fellow Ghanaian. Waba. Oh, then. Oh, how man so? Okay. Ralph. Hello,
Yes,
Ralph.
sir.
Ralph Mache.
Good morning.
Good morning. Net is saying.
Major so many I know what here for.
Mm.
What here for.
Say there's a wire boko.
No stop and say.
What's it?
Libya boko na muswe.
Nyanko Pandum. Ralph, the fellow Ghanaian youth activist, and pay you know to train como Ediafa. Now no President John Dramani Mahama Asia CS Husno about Galamsey. President Kasa Bebre Etreni and Abine Aye. As youth activists are Motana Ghana higher demonstration and what do offer Galamsey ono near Abai way you know. Mufri say a right direction on Abine Konana.
All right, let's share with you for now. Madam BBS, I would say TVXY in down. Okay, Namada Musuma say on mine CC and commodity no. Yem farm on your phone kwa ena yedi omo ekasafa mine no enyoma ekos on emu the best referee ankra almost no you see say almost that to make you get by the express also. The more coin over the Omano to be a Obi Sam say the Abain Edibu Aquamu in Shaya Abaya ye any Galamsey Aqua that year Ku Abaidada was no any Shaya and Abai we ye or my paying Ayadi and on Yadia. May the Nipa Bakwa made the class CEO say a memo bonia the Nadu Danko Kufa no the Bugana for Omu Kungana for and nam in so. And then and you saw a kum in the contest. The case say if the last day the last tree dies, the last man dies, and water is life. It is a issue young qua. Now she said that a dear chat will be no, you put chat was as a sister. Now Obi say you're quite a brain to you and you swear that you crew muyanoma and my issue no more. Can you panel that okay? Now send your pamusa as a bon somebody free so. Now you're the nyame foforo ba na nyame foforo no so ade a na nipa ne ya odi kuye no omo no mu kuye no omo da hotewo a yenye omo hye a omo bibu mpo no eda wo sewurem ene nsuo yi so etu a mpe bebre no omo tumi mpo ye video edi camera si omo so na me nyame bisa wo so oman yi mu am roba bi etumi yi ne ti ebe the camera be ti so say filling station we are na and we robbery acquire men are the choir in a hanum, ya robbery from a hanum near the sea, which last year in the a police for the day. We wouldn't need the father saying a street water guard who say, a blue water guard who say, a police land guard or whatever to go and arrest that person. We will send the Ghana police to go and arrest that person. Ghana say, Obisu say yes, you. Nay, acquire brain to nay, it's ya mamrana a police for na esa kwoti sa nipa no na se bi o safa tie se o man mu na police for a eyo mo dwuma se on be bo man ne japanye ni ya ho ban a me wu nia isuo eni ni bia o man yi mu no omo no bo ho ban e bia mo ho ban a buru water guard for a treni o mo trema ene betu ya kwa akobọ ban yen ka no kwent ho tai aban e wo so ena men tai o man pe yi osi so but the drama wo papa because making candy me siebi me hubi na ye ni senya me wo eseye adia e felie se betumi akwetsa galamse nsam ekoso okonya no ya me wo a ode ne na ye sifom se obekwetia bibi mi a metie na de o man pe ya mekwa akofra irasus akaredonko a o ye centronia se ban galamse ekumwa wako ebe ye mfie ewotini mefre na ba betinase na am a list of baby bia na forest bi wo a okọ a na wo ye forest a enda ye kase nipa bi bodi di wo aye adwuma a sanko foforo no omodan wo ma ye se crime aso spy obi bi oni sa abone no okọ wure a sa pa ye betro ni no dem akwese o pe yi don ye fa say na na do dan ko ekufo ado eni na ba ye ewudifo to the extent every year say yes to me start no almost say pass law 2019 say obi bia o kita license a o to be to inform good dey no e be tumi agba wura kwa brain to bia kwa ye de ope boni no mu di ni mpo no emradia sanso bo mo ho ban emidie bia we mu abra obi ebi sase ade ti na ban ni tete nkofo ade na ban ni tete nkofo e te say ya ma license me e di tuo kita o obi ya wadie bi atumi bo ni tuo ka say you found your life was at it tabiana na do dan ko ofo ado aban e say tupa e ma for licenses e say na do aban ya ma over 2,000 licenses are na nye bibia nti na ye because almost person akwa say ensase no gold wo yenko tu se nipa be wo nipa be ya ari o se nipa be ya dey o inform ho e dey sika e dey say and enye me raf na America obi ati bu oman ni hieska party ni hieska that ye metua enne sanko fo ni nianam e san so bo aban o te so bo say aban ni na ese yin so man ne agentre han na se office aban no e kwa kofa nkrata e dia fhwe wurem omo mko say isuo omo say wura omo say kwa ebrentuo na ya tete omu ni ya say de wa ye yi ya bone a esia ennefo ene detefo a sebio enu na na me hu so aman no ye ku bebi o man peyi na eku na nye water guard what you hu therefore
na na wo issue with the blue water guards because so far no adwuma wo no ye no wo no enenam wo mutumi report Emma asojafo ekoko tackle illegal miners. So why do you have an issue with it?
Yen kan no kwen say na do ko fo ado so e na major mahama wuye na yi so resto me kai ne busuafo yawo itia ne mane ne busua no pay yi o mu fie yawo mu se mabo mu krudin mabo mu papa din mabo mu yankudin mabo mu adamfo din e dey can some major mahama wu kro we mu because of them a soldier for the makwa ko be so mo konko galamse bai yet krom ya na any day ti yayi any power what masa one soul plano is worthless one soul is worthless ya sini nipa ekuku dam en what en consider be diem na galamse ya be so ya ka se eye na ye nipa asopofo ya kwotena o man peyi ekufu adu enim ekobo no hehe and the so president you are doing man I say akwa bokerika akwa charge my amen as I catch oh Mr. President I never knew that the fight against galamsey has gotten to this point and we recommend you for the good work you are doing good work today can you question Mr. President say oluma ye the say the ye no baby
now we free say aban ni bibi
na ya ye nya atum wo man yimu dodo
David na Ralph yeah. Na aban ibaye onye bibi
but say
aban ibaye onye bibi mfa galamsey ho
but galamsey nnuane asisi a o te se yɛsɛ ɛreba nia no ayɛ contaminated by substances a ɛkɔ yɛn nsa ase no mu no wonim baabi a nnuane no bi fi ba ansa na wotɔ di
yɛnim ba wonim basa aban yi baa yɛ wɔn tena asɛm fa ne nsa nhyɛ ne domri fam
woyɛ nsɛnkyerɛni nti wo no wobisa question ama manfoɔ no ɛna me so mekasa ma manfoɔ no anaa meboa
nɔkorɛ yɛ nyinaa ɔmanfoɔ no ntia na
anaa meboa wonyɛ government spokesperson
dabi manya aban mu nipa
and journalist no o question a wobisa no ɛyɛ amanfoɔ no nsɛm a ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo bisa a ɔmo nya kwan na ɔbisa ma ɔmo anaa meboa
nɔkorɛ
nti kɔ abɔnten na kɔbisa amanfoɔ no sɛ galamsey no aban no wayɛ biribi a ɛyɛ soronko ade a wayɛ ɛyɛ soronko a mɛbɔ ɔmampanyin de ɔmahamadin ayɛ sɛ ɔbaayɛ ɔma alliances biara sɛ obiara nkɔnkɔtu galamsey nanso yɛ ma alliances yi nkɔɔfoɔ kita alliances nkɔɔfoɔ ɔmo ni alliances egu nsuom egu nwuram ɛda ho tu galamsey no
baade biara yɛte galamseyfoɔ
ɔnte
sɛde bia sɛ yɛte galamseyfoɔ anaa ɛyɛ a wonte
yɛte ɔmo
Ghana Police Service for wɔn Facebook page wɔn de gu hɔ ani na ano bi kora assemblyman bi a wɔn kɔkye no oh but na say the ɛkyeɛ no dɔɔso paa na just last week yɛ akora Chinafoɔ bi a wɔn kɔkye wɔn led by Mustafa Bande ne apolisifoɔ wɔn kɔkye amanfoɔ de bia galamsey
Mustafa Bande ɛyɛ nipa baako a wabɔ ne din ma mefa ne nka asɛm saa aberanteɛ no yɛ nipa bi a mehu wɔ ne ho sɛsɛ yɛ ma no kwan wɔ ɔman wei mu sɛ ɔno nko galamsey as a president on his own wodeɛ ya mea president mapɔne mahoɔden no bi di ama wo yɛ ɔmampanyin na wo nyansa ne wahoɔden ne akokoduro kɔ a pɛ sɛ ɔde kɔ galamsey no fa ko ɛwɔ aberɛ a menni mu hyee ka nti obi frɛ wɔ galamsey asɛm bi ho a busafa wo ne yɛbɛfrɛ wo sɛ bra na bɛka mewɔ gyidie sɛ nkamfeɛ mmienu galamsey no atu bɛtwa ansa nanado
wohwɛ TV so sɛsie yi a excavators a yɛakye ɔmo sɛ menim sɛ wohwɛ TV no na ɔne me kasa de anka wobɛhu sɛ excavators a yɛakye ɔmo yɛaline ne amanfoɔ up yɛakye ɔmo
sɛ meka sɛ aban no ntotoyɛ bi me when one of the sister stations ɛwɔ Ghana ha in fact every report say ɔmo excavator bi a yɛhwe ɛde free port ɛkɔ some hidden place bi no me follow up as a journalist me follow up as an activist me follow up as an advocate ɛkɔ hyehyɛ mu na me kɔ Temaport ɛkɔ meeting the CEO of Temaport man no was so good to me say or respond here and I'm saying so good because and most of the time no that nipa ni the bema kwan say probably now ni omo bekasa because about that day tell no now go person ni go kasa omo town and this is how governance should be that they should open up for people the public to come and at least access information me ko hono no the CEO no was able to at least address the situations and yes I say to card me ko report ni e ko trend machines ahodo ankofo akraba because of omni DDL are linking up together to register every excavator bianti no ema e hono na yema intine yese omni contest the place and ama omni the your friend say interior ekasa ye no I say the Ghana Armed Force no e wo baby wo I will make you allocate am no mo dia kwakugu but the traffic na wo krom ni ntino they wait until anyway no more evacuating no man no e dia ko nti asie ka say anyoma no your friend say Michelle no high health it's a meme pa adetia obe arrange for us to go there for me to see for myself we did and I saw it for myself and Mr. President the Catholic CI or can want them and not say at least abayino is trying to only tracking no with the mono on that tracking ye no more say yen shese obi ba the yin dia na rafo de ye din say wa ye bibia boa ndisi ana abanya ba power ntino ono de ne masi ye nda no ye fan say ni dia wo interview me o de o ye MPP ni nti o de ye nkwache o de na ye beti obi a o de excavate ese wura bi mu ese o man ni japade ye start ni nsu a enya aban ni ye bibi but as at the moment whatever the government is doing no for me it be a major impact the impact and the threat of Adia Nsuo ebe to be aye o man no President John Mahama. When you say, what we interview me, you say, when you can't send the money and fight Mahama for no reason, man can't send money down for another than to follow, and not any idea. But as a country, we have gotten to the verge where we need to be honest and sincere to ourselves. Situation no, a decent that is putting the medical court may last. I remind you of Galamsey, the show you matter. It's either we speak up now or the future awaits us all. Never, or how not so. Or my pay, after the 90 from every day, it will be the black woman for. Our workers as a police for ever Hanum, and the player about the discount. Over the day, say, that police for and you say, IP precision, and you say, original commanders, and you say, a parity now to be identified as police for then you would. When you did that, and also a move to fight the Galamsey. Now, police will be open with my police. So I said, the Muslim here, or say the benefit. That's what I say. 1,000 cities, 2,000 cities, or the park project, no one will be quite a movie. Maybe I remember about the Jimmy. You're not be able to ban on the Jama, so the Annie, Mama. That is part of Soprano, and aid, man call for essay and asses, regardless of the uniform. It's just so they need the police in me, and the court side is their park of this canoe. Really, I say, you didn't start here, you didn't put the now, see, our police for the corner. On the part of this guy, no more down, so we need we need to be trusted. We need leadership. On my page, John Mahama, we're acting like Atamil Sache, we're giving a comment from our check, or starting acting like the founder of his party, John Jerry John Rollins. Don't start to say, take the Kakra, not take the Kiasia, and that is the way they're also.
But why do you think, say, Mampenyi act here? Because so we share any man gold board crab by ye.
Ralph,
as a woman penny
because I mean, my president will me or buy you. Or my life is so be quite the land.
Yes, and that is and not so a big deal.
Parliament is removed from the arrest on the park for Kanwas and normal party law, so be out to me quite forest to uncle. Yeah, my India. So I mean, they are doing something, but it's like 20% for me. I have to be honest.
I see. Ralph, my fancy pressure ne dear, yet some Mampenina crack, I say, your money pressure. It's it's your uncle, so I'm my pressure.
But every day, we'll be able to profit or your section muscle.
David, I will be able to
president pressure. Me pressure on Mampenina official. To me, I get on Mampenina, Emma Ghana. That a Mampenina Ghana for channel. The pressure of Mama.
Until Opesa or ye action more. A 2% action more.
Oh, now we are pressure of action.
AW in a sepe.
Lilia, every day here, meaning Sagalam says in the Eka, and Anubwa. But every year, and nurse for a year or yet through creamy, and Anubwa say in Giomoka. The canny debate Giomocano. PBS, a couldn't go for Bolton. Anamwa, having PVC, a group of Fobutu. Who was in Takendi? Yeah, finance minister, as a fortune. Ever will see the kitchen allocated funds. Already call some of the quarter in touching. Canaway, a finance and a down. Yeah. Or my penny could for the pioneer, or then in Sakai Okomia, and yet Lunga barrier. Your friend is saying, Atama, a highway, Popo barrier, Echo Pram. Then, yeah, the Hoda, Canaway. I couldn't go for Botum. And I see Colombian and Mama down in comfort. The Mama is here and Opia. They can't let me say, Ghana for this to Obama and say, or make a simple phobia no your money. No father seminar also do. Clerical no into the Kumbaka. No starting then to say JJ Rolling. Now Ghana fully done super and they can't same way as a prophecy. And yet prophecy is what the movement will be a monfano. Or Mampenny John the Madi Mahama, any president Awaka. The democracy of this country. I'll tell you, there will be another republic in this country.
Okay.
Because NBC NPP, almost hope Niano, Eja Jomama Sunday. The Jomama failure, this democracy will fail Ghana. The youth are rising up soon.
Rafa, my phone is here.
Enough of these games, man.
As far as you move here, that's what we will continue to ask the relevant questions and also make sure say the right pressure they are to a buy swama buy any. Why?
That's how they say papa in central for no. The best say come and pay for no and also minor organized program say yeah. And they keep Musumun ko the Galamsey site no. Monko fanko fano sem na mombo ene da o man peyi kasa ye wutie bi da bi man tie bi an ye bi ni mu yi bi ofo so ntrim kase fo no na mu bi so mu so ensem na ham Galamsey na eku e ma monko fa ba nyo fo na ma nyo fo nyo ma ba de ye e na ni da na esai kra e na na de esai kra esai ye nyenne na do abanya se yi suo papa wa bo man mu ya bro papa o man bi ewu an kasa papa no eni o mu ka wo ye Galamsey no the best from the Aquaman about him was a so many Kayomo. I buy we say the rain fees and the money in anti one bay prosecutions into them. My henya botreka and farm more. Oh, my dear, you're making almost so you're making almost so every much say, you're clear to one more mine. Matter say. Ralph, my emphasis, Medasiano Payo, Obra, Unyaye, Edemaye, Ralph St. Williams, a youth activist, on artist, and no Chon Comoro. A bush of Dwaboase Jumedi Sunday, our Power 97.9 at TVXYZ. TVXYZ, Yatanasi, the Nese, Mebo, me patron, my video when you're ready, Attorney General, Dominic Aine, and Yura Mahama on. Punishment for Galamsey campaigns when the last video and Mama Dominic Aine enye ready meba mensa kan yaya grant bonanza na wie but obetumi disika so MTN and telecell users and pay dial star 274 hash na choose option 1 Power FM ticket back will be 10 Ghana cedis obetumi disika and pay star 274 hash na choose option 1 no Power FM Power FM uchusua na wabo ticket bia 5 Ghana cedis so betumi adisi kapa anope your friend mensaka promo no wonsa beka kama pa yanko nano na yewra Dominic Aine ewo jumadi na se ona ya attorney general yesi Galamsey ya chi amanfo ya prosecute o modenden wakasa wo ho ba mamema engineer Frank Pedro Asare Akwaba engineer Akwaba
yeah bunu
bibi aboko
Nyami adom
engineer nche oba be lawyer hey upe buko
ya obe ni den say adwuma na ye pese ye no e wo se nya ho nimdie nti uhu ba bia wo se okofa nimdie na wako akopeka
o se da be number for to the bar no 10th
nyami adom Friday
yeah okay me kwa kujao wo de se menua no congratulations once again.
That's
Bawa elite.
No crap, my main chow, na main fa a chow packets here, and my name for my tea for you. I say, a Jumaneson, into a bedroom crying, no be happy say, into when the move and chemi. Apart from traffic, any a Jumabiana was say, may share Namayan Sanamaba.
Okay, Galamsey Koning na Brati Wizard you. Engineer Frank Pedro Asare, National Coordinator, the Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skills Development Program. Your friend our Consdep. I am no boy, I may
do the
Consdep. Okay, Mate.
Our name is Sally.
Okay, Mate. Tino, ma young tea, Dr. Dominic Aine, Attorney General, on Galamsey and how our prosecutions to be sako. It's a prosecutions the content in a bear, you bet you or Munina. My NTA Dr. Dominic Aine Mrasis.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has underscored the fact that legal and regulatory reform is at the heart of what we are doing in order to change the narrative about illegal mining. So one of the things we have done is to review the Minerals and Mining Act. And I have advised the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources that the current state of the law is such that licenses and leases can be granted over the whole territory of the Republic of Ghana. That includes forests, that includes the territorial waters and the exclusive economic zone. So the first thing to do is for us to streamline the Minerals and Mining Act. And for instance, in respect of mining in forest reserves, we will put a provision in the statute, in the bill, when enacted, that will prohibit mining in forest reserves completely. And I have told the minister that one of the things we can do is to identify all the forest reserves and put them in a schedule attached to the bill and make it categorically clear that no license for mining activity or lease for the conduct of mining can be granted in respect of all the forest reserve attached to the statute. Now that means that at any point in time that the law, the position has to change, they have to go back to Parliament and then review the law, which makes it, politically more difficult. Also, we have prepared an instrument that is LI 2505 in my office, and that will be laid in Parliament on the 14th. The minister and I have agreed that on the 14th of October, when Parliament resumes, we'll lay that instrument to revoke the famous LI 2462, which is the body to tamper with, with our forest. So immediately it is laid, within 21 days, it matures, and from that time onwards, we will not have LI 2462.
LI 2462, right?
Yes.
Yeah, repeal it.
Yeah, repeal it.
Okay, but Mampenyi Mahama so kasai about punishment for campaigns, because now me share Mustafa Gbande new team no nkrofo mkochichi omona. It looks like I didn't hear ting nipa ne tini baby na ono this kama amanfo na wo mutu na wayi ni boys na wo makwa akwaji nti ukochi omo a wo mu nim site ni wura mpo. A problem.
Yeah. Omo investors into omo invested.
Be Mike na mama.
Omo investing na nkofo ye adwuma ma omo nti se kobasa wokọ site a obehu se omo guys a omo no mo monitor nkofo mo aye adwuma nti breaking day no na omo ache load no because ono no ye investor no take a bigger chunk of the load na omo akwa yam nti se wo chi na wo pese ade no ebrasia wo chi omo site na o se wo trace ekọ the route ye baby a sikani free ba because in Krano mo no excavator depending on the brand shall say free 1 million 100,000 to about 2 million Ghana cedis depending on the brand. Yes, in Krano basically omun excavator and yes excavator nko so na obehia de aye adwuma no eya na nkofo bebre eka about mercury ni ade mercury na omode ye extraction no na finally omode che gold no ne boarding pa
sa
pa inti enye obi abo apayo so bewie use mercury se wo de gunsuo because owi a eka no obo however no fa ho ne ketekete kura use ekọ bibia mu a ese no ena ekwan yo mo fa so use no so no so even air pollution eni baby enye baby a omo ye adwuma ne ko within sa area ho no some a range bi ho a wo ho bia no it have effect on you and a gold ni processing no gold na nkasa no eba any other minerals na eba
okay
ebi ebi ano eden a ekọ nsuo mu aduane mu a ebetumi epra nipa nti arsenic no obi ani ho a wo de arsenic kan gold na nkasa wo process na arsenic no eba lead ni nkofo mo ka gold ankasa kra no depend on baby a wo mine no ni baby a wo process gold baby o ho abetumi anya gold no wo be ye process ni nyina no ebi obenya be 70% of gold na about 25% silver on silver ewo a lot of in common nti gold mostly no on silver na nti we be mining companies bi no be say mostly no mo see gold no yesika ne bebre na kodi silver mo silver so value of form inti sa arsenic ne lead mo hu we yaduane mu no yɛntɔ arsenic wɔ baabi na obi akɔtɔ sɛ ɔkɔtɔ arsenic de abɛgu ɔde abɛyɛ extract gu but it is the process now ɔde extract no mu no ɛna arsenic ne lead no mu nyinaa ɛba nti sɛ one control how it is processed na sɛ ɛkɔwie nsuo mu ɛkɔwie wɔ asase no mu a bibia obedua wɔ so adeɛ bia obɛfa free nsuo no mu bia no it is contaminated nti sɛ wo chia ɛwɔ sɛ wo trace every root cause no ɛna obetumi ama wo tumi atu ase yie ɔsɛ ne nsɛm deɛ menam nkurase na ne minus no edi nkɔmmɔ yɛbaeɛ no adeɛ ɛbɛhu yɛ ne sɛ ɛyɛ nɔma num problem na yɛwɔ ɛwɔ galamsey ho no deɛ di kan ne yɛ education kyerɛ nimdeɛ a bible kan sɛ nimdeɛ a memanfoɔ nimti ama ɔman no si apini deɛ tie nie kɔfoɔ bebree ɛyɛ adwuma no a ɔmo nim ho nsunsuansoɔ ɛna bi mu nso nim nsunsuansoɔ no ba ɛmfa ɔmo ho ɛna de tɔ so bio ɛyɛ law enforcement mmara no a yɛwɔ no ɛkwan bɛɛ na yɛfa so ahwɛ sɛ mmara no ɛbɛyɛ adwuma deɛ wɔ bio no ɛyɛ regulations na
fatoto ne Dr. Dominic Ayine kan
nti me kyerɛ mu na ma kyerɛ solutions regulation mmara no nkasa koraa na te sɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ yɛsi ɛbɛyɛ mfɔso mpo a mmara ne sɛ mmara ne sɛ metumi kɔyɛ forest mu adwuma deɛ sɛ mekɔyɛ forest mu adwuma ɛna mewɔ krataa na yɛsa hu bio sɛ are connected to economy nti the farther you are away from a galamsey area no the more aggrieved, the more agitated like memfa ne sɛ mmra wo baabi a wote no emmen baabi a yɛyɛ galamsey no obuafu wakoma wɔ soro ɛwɔ galamsey fight no nanso wo bɛn hɔ no na afei deɛ wakoma ɛkɔ fam ɛno nti wobɛkɔ baabi a galamsey ɛkɔ so no ɔmo te hɔ no it has become part of them ɔmo adwene ne sɛ ɛno na ɛma yɛ aduane me kora deɛ menyɛ galamsey ni bia metɔn mo ɛna me etumi tɔ menyɛ galamsey ni bia me ba bi ɛyɛ bi ɔkɔpɛ sika ɛbrɛ me menyɛ galamsey ni bia me wɔ dan kɔfoɔ ba bɛ hai mpakyɛ wate ase ɛna environmental issues health safety and environmental issues anoma num yi ɛna ɛyɛ the challenges na the first one no ɛkwan bɛɛ na ɔbɛtumi afa so asi ano ɛwɔ sɛ wo yɛ more education and sensitization omo manfo ni hu sɛ adeɛ na ɔmo yɛ no ɛda owu afa na yɛ wɔ kwan papa nso a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ no wɔ hɔ na mines me wo book bi a me share with you as at 1863 na broni bi twerɛ about gold coast na yɛ mining wɔ ha na ɔmo yɛ deɛ na yɛ friend galamsey ya ɔkyerɛ kwan a na ɔmo tu no at the wasa dentra areas no
there is one shaft ɛwɔ wasa dompo ase ɔmo sɛ akyɛ
in the 18th ne kura no because emre bi kura by na nsuo tɔ na ɛtɔ kɛseɛ paa behu nuggets ɛwɔ some of the areas
ɛno deɛ
nti the effect no sisia no akɔyɛ ɛkwan a yɛfa so ɛyɛ no nti mining per se no ɛnya de bɔne na ɛkwan no abrabɔ mu asɛm koraa no yɛwɔ nɔma bi wɔ hɔ a ɛno ankasa nyɛ bɔne bɛ kwan a ɔbɛfa so ayɛ no ɛno bi ne ɛnɛ yɛ mining ne nkɔmmɔ no a yɛdi no nti pɛsie wohwɛ a na ɛho akɔhia sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ lead an education and sensitization drive both the ministry led by the minister AYB Minerals Commission for AYB menso maso AYB eno titru pa na sisi a metumi akase aye pa say ye kɔ communities no ne ne amanfo edi nkomo ɛkyerɛ mo de nti a de omo ye ni sisi ano ɛho nkohia se ɛbɛto aso aye ne saa baabi wɔ hɔ a wɔkɔ na ebi mu buafo in fact there have been times where people are calling me say sisi a se me kɔ baabi a menye security conscious because bread and butter issues na ye ka no nti ɛno first one. Second one, your law enforcement. Ya womra and a boy and hoban. Sure. Inti metisa no bibisa se. Inti se obi arm robber. Na okoye juma. Yet me emramba bon hobayana. Yebe yina free ho yebe cheno. Na ye de na kujina emranim. Sa pepepe na se obi galamse ye mra na ye won wo Ghana ha no. Ekutia. Inti ewo se ye enforce law no. Inti law enforcement ne kwan ben ye fa so ye no. Say baabi a emra ebo ye ho ban se ye ntumi nya adwuma wo ho no was say ye say security agencies ni be ji sa nipa no afri wo no mo nkonko ye adwuma ho nti edikan ye forest ni mu ye nsuo no mu ye ka kwan ho even other important installations to say electricity ubetumi akoba bi na ye tu ama high tension ye tu ase nyina ye tumi atutua come bi o ye tumi atutua ma railway line ye tu ase nyina ma lines nyina atutu
western region
enu nyina eye illegal obia ni ho a owo license so tumi mine wo nsuom and even mining in the forest reserve no law enforcement in from 2023 and bind that dana na akofo ado eda no ye ni say sisi a obi anya de openti yemfa soja fo nko babia intina forest no akoye free for all na mining ankasa ne ye no Ghana had dada no ne enye bi wo forest reserve mu na emre bi by through prospecting and exploration and I'm so your miner na ye private people na ye no na bi mu kwa ye exploration omukọ hu say wo deposit pa e wo forest ni mu nti ewie ye na ye ma license so mo nko mine no and na ban ankasa develop guidelines to mine in the forest. One, a large scale mining company penny between mining in the forest. Two, obey only the mining in the forest but to me your process no our forest ni mu inti se obe process here was so kosi process plant no baby.
Okay.
And because large scale mining companies no omo wo capital no because capital intensive.
Yeah.
And you develop guidelines. The guidelines na chira no gold mines ni Mount Ghana nyina dia ya aduma ewo the forest reserve mu into omo wo open pits and omo wo underground underground pits ewo this forest reserves. However, no baby omu processing there off reserve. For fi antoata na Ghana for yekoye bone ne yekoto abama akofoado. Kofoado be yo mampanyin no mo say guidelines ne kura no bi betimi abuso. Nti anka enye bone because guidelines no emu nyedu to say ebia act of parliament and as a legislative instrument. Decide ye legislative instrument. Kede be ne ye sanke be check guidelines ne mu kura kutupa. When ye anye ne sa and ye be dilute guidelines no ne ye ne say ye ne de ye betumi amobia license man nipa na ko forest ni mu
amampanyi ebetumi ayi so no ane discretion
okay this time round no sao anka wuntumi nye processing wo mu no when ye omu wi a omu ye processing na nam say nkofo no omu agege no omu ninim de bia fa mining ho no omu gi wi a no omu akwachecha man nkofo nti large scale mining no eno age ba ya ye ne tributary system nti tributary system obi kwa no onua etu otu na owoshe wo ha e wo forest mu ye nsuo ni suti bebre free forest mu nti ano ka ho na ma nsuo ni bebre be ye contaminated ye ne sa no na afi de ye mine na ye sanso ye sensuo ene ye sanso ajamra na gum nti ye ba ye no na 44 out of the 288 forest reserves in there Piesie na ya ye galamsey wo ho ayebo femfran na mu 9 de na ye no go area because say tax akogina ho yeah obi yes omukrokrotuo eno mo hu say ho ne so rich deposit ne ye na abanyama obi mo licenses a omutumi adwuma ba adwuma no mo ye no kra no minerals commission phone tumi nkohwe say adwuma no mo ye no mo de mra no na adwuma na tete na nanka utumi ye mine na wonye washing no eno kra no large scale mining companies no omo process unit in the way omo building omo design near water treatment system ya water suppression ya water tailings dam de ebeye nyina no tailings nim na begu band no every month bia na ye monitor na episode for na ya for mo as consultant to ensure say de no emu fa so na ensepon kwa asase mu no we mo ni sa nim de ni bi teno an say ya tie agumu a ye ba ya jimra extension Afao Hills Anyaso East and South Subri River Forest Disiri Forest ni nyina na ayifo ade aboso galamsey fo ade aboso ene ye ka say we have repossessed it na aban atumi law enforcement ama soldier for akwaje na nam say ho ne deposit no emu ye nti no opa mo nkofo na omoko eno nti na ya ne say 24/7 ye be monitor say all these forest reserves obia say kwan ye tiawa say na ye ka say omo ye operations wo ha so omo wi ombeko omo kwa na nkofo na akọ ho anadwo nti this time round omo nko shift system the ɔkɔ na another batch eba
asogyafoɔ
no sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a miners no they are always on standby inti wokɔ na especially baby onim sɛ ɛyɛ rich no onya 5 minutes kura wɔ hɔ a deɛ ɔpɛ ne nsa bɛka ɔbɛkɔ akɔtutu ayɛyɛ nti ɛwɔ sɛ tem bia wɔma w'ani edi akyire
nti apart from asogyafoɔ no mo de kwan bɛɛ so na monitor
yes
nti use technology bia na
way use technology a ɛmmoa baby a awiase ɛkɔ no woka sɛ wo de human face nko na ɛyɛ bibia sɛ no na ma corruption ne ɛyɛ wo mu no nti de bɛyɛ bia no yɛ de technology bɛdi akyire ne yɛ monitor sɛ baby a mo yɛ de sojafoɔ na akɔ no they are doing the right thing ɛna baby wɔ hɔ a ɛso nti sojafoɔ 10 kura na ɔde ɔmo aba offense shelter belt mu a offense shelter belt no ɛfa dobre wura afa nyina hini ɛfa ayi nyina baby a nansan ɔmo kɔ ya anwa futu
sefi
dabi sɛ wonam kwane so kɔ bibia ni no sɛ atwema mponua nanka sɛ iska kɔfɔ kan meka trɔm sɛ hɔ area ne nyinaa offense shelter belt no nti wodi soldiers 30 kura kogu hɔ a yɛwɔ this yɛwɔ portion bi obi kɔhyɛ kora wo nti ɛwɔ sɛ wɔde drone monitoring ɛka ho
nti ɛno na mɔbɛyɛ
yes sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a whilst you are using the human face you are using technology to also monitor patch what I say nti law enforcement bit no regulation ebeside na yetumi ama ye mra ni mu ayede nti ye ne say sadia mining act nankasa the mining and minerals act act 703 as amended 2015-2019 no e was say ye bibi efa ho
den number ya fa ho
ye be ya fa ho ne say one small scale no obi beje prospecting bebre wo ha from my experience no kofo age prospecting eno mo agya na nkofo ye galamse wo ho no mo age omo 1 week percentage ena baby wo ho nso a nipa no say yetumi empower no ye a obetumi a medium scale a obetumi aye ne ye and so ye ekwaye ye fa so ma license no metimi krom se hwibu ako ye te ho a obehu na abrantie bia ba okura krata krom wo nyinaa yɛ ne concession including ɛdan a modam but minerals no baby a wɔ no nti asie yɛ kora yɛ ne dia yɛ ne sɛ with the new review no before say we sabe can license na free minerals commission or say free form hoba nti the mining district mining committee no ye be empower mo no mo tumi ahu say baby a ye recommend say ye mfa ma Piesie Okrah as ne concession no saa biaye no ho no eye baby a one enye nsuom 2 enye any installation of national importance 3 enye forest mu ansana Accra hakra no yama saa permit na won ten kran wonim adobe wura oso se wa makrata onipa no koduru ho a okoye community entry na se wo ya wo ekura wi ahimfie kura concession ukọ many of the places are one company oni babia because by law yet say mineral na ubenya no in its natural state no your mine dia and until the president is holding it in trust for all of us nti sadia opese wo 2 mineral ni bia o say ma wo krata wo de beye hu adwuma enu nti na ye world the minerals commission no however no e wo say ye tumi emma the acquisition of licenses no in tune with your local send ye be your more from no ebenya chefa wo mbenya senti nananom ebetumi ahu se baby ayede ma because ya adeba kwa magalam se ekoso no me kwa Hunter West ni mrabunu kodi nkomo se wote hwa na obi aba okura krata yenso ebetumi anya krata na ya adwuma mbi oba ya wo se abura ha ye media abura ya odi ase na abura nipa ni ha woni bia ni nkomo okura krata oba betu fom ne dia nti boys no hu se compare ba kwaji ho nyina aboso wonya ba bia nsuo nso de no man's area ne wasisa ne dredge no akọ nsuo because oba wasase so awopam no se wakoje mi wa akura be kwakohwem no okura recognizance keke okura all the prospecting licenses keke o need lease nti saa no mani nyina ya de a ye de yani ko the regulation eno bi ene LI 2462 I amended to LI 2501. We think say at the time now in position we made a case say you repeal it now you go back to the guidelines now only large scale mining companies the permit to mine but cannot process in the forest now say eko yenim no you have a broader consultation, a broader discussion on our forest reserves and how we can mine there. But until then, no, nyina yenintum na yenyi the LI 2462 and 2501. Now even the new ayina ebeye no, ya the schedule ne beka ho say effectively no obambia entumi mining lease into the forest. So obeye sa de je wa repeal a new law na ye pese no 2505 no. Inti regulation aspect no. Then the third aspect, the fourth aspect, alternative livelihood. Bread and butter issues na ye kan wa no.
Sure.
Inti makachiro say o won kran in fact wo abrochire kra de otiete more. But o ben baby a ye galamsey no na kasa na ekofom. Inti ne nkofo ni di nkomo a baby a mekoye na mo se me beba ho. Inti be 1 week no mo nya adwuma. Many of kasa we first question and say see china you betimi akoye adwuma na. So to the person no that time was it now say asem ne ka wo ha no ni ro free nsuo no ni ro free yare a adwuma no edeba nti alternative livelihood e kwan ben e no mo wo ho no so betumi aye bibia mo no mo tumi aye adwuma na omo nsa akoma no na emom ombe no kwan paso eno nti na ban no so e de
na modi cooperative mining
responsible cooperative mining and skills development program me baye
send
ye be ya ye betumi abobo amaburu na no into groups na ya pair block out area
one mantem eti your time no eko last question eti mo beye den na mo yade we amanafa na galamsey fo anya amoso
ye beye banafa because say emrada ho nti emra da ho ne say before say cabinet be approve no so mo hu policy guidelines a nkomo approve nti the person ye ne say guidelines no ebe ekire pefe nipa obetumi aye bi de eye ne dia ekwan ye be fa so aye no change heading nti okona ne nkofo ti say wo ka say galamsey fo anye mbo so okona ne nkofo ne di nkomo titru on say me am field de me metallurgist nti ba processing na no ne meyi wo chiro mo say ekwan ye fa so eye processing ni sesi ana ekowie ye nsuo mu no de adabraka nti under responsible cooperative mining ne de yesusu say e wo se enya process unit ni enya tailings dam na adwuma ne ebe ye wo ho nyina na ekowie tailings ni mu ne nkowie ye nsuo ni mu nti say me di me load akọ me fie na me kwa akodworo e wo se ye jai nti obia obeba under the cooperative ni mu bia no we were ensure say ebe ne sa ena ba bia ye cooperative no so ye ma wote ase say enye individual dia eye oman ne dia nti ye no sehwibuako a sehwibuako cooperative scheme sa sehwibuako mining cooperative scheme no eno eye kro ne dia however ye di nipa na chichiri kro ye di nipa ne be register cooperative no so mo di investor bia ba eye by an arrangement of the people, the assembly, the ministry, any investor no how he is going to do it. But the entire investor no be important. They say a kwan ye pese e fa no ye fa so ye no ye no business as usual. Nti you can say waje a concession and large scale mining companies most of them are willing to support this cooperative and they are willing say ombesan so the more best practices no so edh because wo concession mu no wa grant baby ama say you relinquish of your liability for a portion into one for when near chira moayen em ya anye ni kama e hawo so nti ade na ye pese ye no yesusu say ye ni ye a ebetumi aboa ama one ya te galamsey ne so 2 anaye to ase kura 2 yetumi amamaburu na ye adwuma na 3 ya boa ede mpuntu aba biaye a ye be ho lastly eye ekwan ye betumi a restore ba bia ya ase no ma chiro say 5 issues into a multi-pronged approach ba bia unam kroni bi so kura na wo raho ekwan ho asai impo kroni mu ankasa into we say yetumi eye some rehabilitation na wo ye rehabilitation and na madam for bakotwe ma adresi so say enya say di doza D6 and D7 API na tie na gusu keke na tie na ya disturb no to say ye can through the processing arsenic ne lead ni sa no mani nyina abam into some extent even mercury into say wo se wa pia gu ho keke na ya no anti ya jani sa ubehu ade betu behu no obi akodua bode wo so na wo kotwa di wo twa no so na wo nti wo se treat nti ya normal bebre nsuo ya ye ka ho asɛm yi na omo terminology no omo ɛyɛ ho discussion mi si wie
Pedro one man tem because nkomo we afi na nka duru ba bia de mo be de treaty enso mid morning for number
right ye be di nkomo akiri say ye going concern in law say ka say be ye going say to aso
nti
ye be pɛ da foforo e bia sa da ne kura me ba na me san so ye lawyer ka ho ne ye be di san nkomo foforo
Pedro ni suban Pedro afa ya nkomo na ye de na amanfo pese wo mu hunu ne mu kwan be fa okay say no treatment of land and water down be ba no no na ye topic
mate
eti my fancy ti ane obeti ane nko
iti the krakra ne say e appeal
okay
Mustafa Bandi my friend na danase adwuma wo ye no perfect that me wo western region me call a hunter ne anwan no wo takra de any party for no any kromani nedi nkomo se baby a yadu say we at a crossroad wo ye party ni this is not the time for you to say be party abanti be koye galamse
dabi me
ma pio no
na me hu baba batana ha
o ye party ni na so do NDC na do mahama ontumi nkoye galamse nempo omo de omo anya dibre ti say bia DC CEO na say minister na bibi no na wo so kwadubunu kura wo se moti apamo wo party na ba wanya position amosun yetua wo ka no e na wo kwa akofofo galamse so na mo party ne ba ye kura be 5 million no kura omunya obi kura wo from kura je omu CV ne nti eno de ebo man ti memo bia enko support e na last one e ya hemfo se wo krom na wo de wo nansi form na wo boa galamse no ye betumi atu ase
medas Frank engineer Frank Pedro Asare say Pedro de just what they count within
yeah frame to the bar we are
so of course how with the Pedro do so can engineer Frank Pedro Asare and attending Kano national coordinator at the responsible cooperative mining and skills development program CONSDEP wono ene edan wona no pay meneno etna wabra o mine tenase no meneno ene twetwen enkomo ye fa seda kese e magbozo heba clinic premature ejaculation be ma mesro e mo banjo 3 points ko ho enemu yade bia so etete wo bia no ade bia ye ennem agbozo heba clinic ye okwasema haya ye be ahemfie no freyen 0241 750282 be ma o be ma nwu kwa agbozo 0241 750 282 Fragbozo Heba Clinic na onewo ending komo temanso ye community 25 Savannah Junction ye ne Def Traco Estate ene dim hwe animo ye de jumade ni nyina AC mamwe my birthdays okay mamenye happy birthday nkoma Dorothy Edu amo a oye teacher ewo ntomem MAJHS yase nyankopon enhira wo pa we ye free unuanom ho free also stand law J1 ne ma Eden Esther ne Marigold wonomo ena wo de baye ena fe happy birthday so enkoin ma dada Alex honorable Frank Amako hininua eno no dada Alex happy birthday enko enfama we free eye Mabu anambo Mabu Michael Bechem ena wo de baye dada Alex we free Mabu Michael ho Bechem Dr. Frank Amako hini ninua no ho fe ono ankasa na so a fine man okay yate my fancy ebusuan for me di Piesie Okrah betena se de dwumadi ne ebrewo Emmanuel Wusu ne Ela Opoko ene konyo vigor Amos eno mo hye dwumadi ma me Prince K ne ye Edem ena Desmond Sowa daddy papa yada mo nyina se MCR team medamase nyankopon ya adoma wo kyena ya be sen hia e wo dwumadi ne so me di Piesie Okrah boys prefer chief anchors honorable with our constituency have a beautiful day